good morning, everybody. It's Christine Bertram, and I'm coming to you live from the Hive here on a Monday morning. A little bit tardy, you guys. The mornings are not my friend usually. For those of you who know me, I am definitely a night owl. So, oh yeah, but we're all good. Tyler made me breakfast this morning, so I even got some eggs and sourdough for breakfast, and so I have all the energy I need to get through a whole showcase, and then right after it, an ink, paper, scissors. So lots of talking today. You guys get me in the morning and you get the frog. I think for those of you who know me, that's what happens. It's a morning thing. My dad says he has all his, and that I must have gotten it from my grandma or something because it's somewhere. My mom says she didn't get it. I didn't get it from her either. So we'll see. It usually wears off by a little bit down the road, but oh, wow. Okay, so update on my nose is better. It's like it lingers. It's going on 2 weeks tomorrow that I've had this, whatever this is, that the thing is going around the crud, and it's still there in the background just a little bit. But overall, I feel like I have more energy back and my focus is back. And Kelly was over yesterday afternoon at 1 o'clock, and we worked until 7:30, and we got 2 classes designed. Oh my goodness. Okay, which got us up to the Winter Creative Escape. And we have 4 cards of I'm planning for 10 for the Escape, plus a 3D project. But it just, with being sick over the course of those 9 days, it took some of those design days out. So I don't quite have everything done for the Winter Creative Escape. I wouldn't even say I'm half. I'd say I'm just reaching the halfway mark. And so I'll show you what I have. And then because I don't have everything done, I'll plan to do a separate live probably on Friday. Nope, can't do Friday. I don't know. It'll be sometime this week yet. It'll probably be a quick 20-minute live showcasing the projects and what the Escape all entails. But I'll show it and talk about it as much as I possibly can during this video. I believe we have 4 cards ready to go. Maybe 5. We might be 5, which is half, but then we don't have the 3D project done. So anyways, I'll share what I have and talk all about it, especially for those who are new. And then I'll figure out a time when I can do a separate showcase. We are at the official registration closed on the 19th, but the unofficial registration stays open until all the spots are filled. And the unofficial stays open because I have spots that we're planning. We're forecasting for 116, and I believe we're at 85. So we have about 30 left is my guess. And the official part of it closes because I need to let everybody know who's swapping, what the swap totals are. So I have to put a kind of a soft registration or the official registration so I can get those numbers into people. So as of right now, if you want to contact me immediately, if you want to do swapping, if you're part of the Escape, I can still get you in because I haven't calculated all those totals yet. So yay. But okay, Monday morning, we made it through the weekend. Tyler and I host an annual Friendsmas at the house. We did miss it last year. I started doing this in the year 2010, I think, or 11. And it's been always the Saturday before Christmas, and all through the house, the friends were drinking and socializing and having fun and catching up because we don't see each other like we used to see each other back in those glory days, right? So we missed last year, though, because we were doing the remodel project in the house, and the house was a complete disaster. So in all those years, we only missed 1 year, but it was this last Saturday, and yeah, we made it through. It was a good party. I think we had about 20 people or 25 people over. 15 couldn't make it, so that's all right, right? You know, not everybody can make it. I think that we would have had enough space for everybody. It was really crazy. There's some football game on. I don't know which one. Probably Packer. I don't know. You guys will know. I don't watch sports so much, but we have a lot of friends that do. And they were in the Hive here, the guys, all the guys. There were like 6 guys lined up watching from the TV that's up on the wall up there. We got a streaming device recently for in here that is called ONN, and they hooked it up. Sean was able to get his whatever account set up, and they could watch whatever game. And so the guys were in here and the girls were in there, and that's usually how it goes, right? But it was good. It was nice to catch up with some of them. One couple we haven't seen since last year, like not even for the Christmas party, but it must have been Thanksgiving of last year. So it's good to catch up. You got to stay connected with the friends, right? So that was it. And we made ham balls and spinach artichoke dip, and our friends made smoked pulled pork for us, and we had all the good stuff. So it was good. So good to catch up. Took a little time. So Saturday there was really no stamping. Oh, I should have shown you what I made for my friends. I did crafty things. Oh man, maybe Tyler's still in the house. Maybe if I text him really quick, maybe I made gifts for all my girlfriends and the couples, and I did like 90% of it myself versus having my helpers or my elves help me. I'll see if he'll bring it out. Can you bring out the wine bottle thing from the counter? I'll show you when I made the counter. Okay, I cased, if you go to the internets and look for a wine bottle holder, there's a gal named Laura. Who is it? Somebody, I just cased it, right? That's what you do, right? It's too hard to come up with stuff on your own, right? So there was a little tutorial on it, and I definitely found it on Pinterest. Oh gosh, you guys, I can't see like that, right? I gotta go like this. This is how it happens as we get older, right? So here it is. There, found it. Okay, so I need the glasses to see the comments over there, but I don't need them for my phone. So it was one of these things, right, where it's this black and white kind of silvery, one of those wine bottle holders. And so snagged the measurements. It was from a gal named Linda who did it, and then this girl redid it. But I cased the little wine bottle, but then what I did is I got those rosadas, the Moscato, we call them Moscato de Tasties, but those bottles are a little bit thicker. So I made the first prototype, put the bottle in, and it got stuck. And it got stuck big time, and I was like, nope, this is not going to work. So I had to add an 1/8 inch to 5 of the 6 panels, and I left the one panel at at the regular size, and that was just enough to get around it. And it used one sheet of paper, 8.5 inches by 7 1/4, so it was perfect. And then Annette helped me run the ribbon through, and then I put a thing on the front that said that friends like you are golden. And so I gave everybody a little wine bottle. So yeah, I felt like really cool being the hostess, giving out a gift. And I don't know how I snuck it in, but luckily during class on Wednesday, we only had 4 people, and they're very self-sufficient gals, and they kind of worked, and I just handed them things as they needed it. And I sat on the sidelines here, cutting, scoring, cutting, scoring. And by the end of that night, I had half of them kind of assembled and glued. And then the next night I did a little bit while I was soaking my foot. And then the next night I did a little more while I was soaking my foot. I put my board on my foot while I was soaking. And then by Saturday, I embossed everything, and boom, I had 17 of them that I made. So yay. So good. I felt very accomplished, you guys. It was good to make something that was not necessarily for my business. I crafted outside of creating something for a class. And that has been a little while. I'll be honest with you. It's been a long time. So it felt good to be creative, not for anything but the purpose of bringing my core group of friends something, right? I love bringing, my purpose for creating classes for you guys is to bring creativity and inspiration to you, right? But if I'm going to make a card, it's going to be for a class. So this was really weird because it was a 3D project, and I don't do 3D projects very much. Those of you who follow me and know that, I'm not a 3D queen at all. I do cards. And so it was weird. I was out of my element doing a 3D project, not for my crafting community, for my friend, you guys are my friends, so don't get me wrong, but from high school, childhood, family, like my brother and his wife came, and then my friends from after school, and then my friends, it was the culmination of all the friends from growing up and on. So it was good, right? I don't ever usually it's like the shoemaker's kids have the worst shoes in the world, right? Because he doesn't have time because he's taking care of everybody else. That's how it kind of is with cards for me. I don't take time to make one special card for somebody for their birthday. I always go to my turnstile back there or my leftover cards that I have from class, and I pick out cards. So it was good. Anyways, long story. That's basically what happened on Saturday. It was good. We cleaned the house. It's always good to clean the house. I had a couple elves here helping me clean the house. It was amazing. Oh, it's nice to see the steps clean and vacuumed and not full of hair and carpet from the cats pulling out the carpet. You guys, it's relieving walking up the steps and seeing clean steps. So you guys, it's just a satisfying thing to have a clean house. Oh my gosh, it felt amazing. And after the party, I had a couple of my friends stayed, and they cleaned and put all the food away. They got the major stuff done so that when we woke up Sunday morning, there wasn't a catastrophe, which is always amazing. So enough about me. That was my weekend. It was good. It was refreshing. So took the entire Saturday off to do nothing stamping related, really. So need to do that every now and then. All right. Hello, Judy Sharp. And there's a Pat Settle. Looking forward to the January showcase. Me too. I grabbed everything. If you guys would see around me here, like there's a pile of all the cards from past classes. I've got classes like laid out here to share with you. I've got stuff behind me. I've got pumpkins to share with you. I even got a little pile on this side. I was able to pull from Julie's got all of her stuff here. So we have a good little showcase here. Hello, Sherry Ott. And there's Deb Norman. Hi, Gwen Goda. Hello, Mary Carls and Randy. And there's Laura. Hi, Mary. Mary Novak, you made me the most amazing calendar. I have it staged. You guys, I've been thinking about when I'm going to do this. And I've been thinking about it since August. So it's overdue by a lot. A Happy Mail showcase. I am looking the week between Christmas and New Year's. That would be January, like 30-something to the 2nd, right? On one of those days, I'm going to carve out a couple hours and we are going to do a Happy Mail showcase like you have never seen. I have a box and I have a bag full of amazing cards and gifts from people to share with you. The inspiration that you'll get from this and the creativity is awesome. So I have not forgotten that I am on the docket to do a showcase of my Happy Mail with you guys, and I will be definitely sharing Mary Novak's calendar project that she sent me for 2026. It is outstanding, Mary. I love it. There's Pat Smothers. Hi, Angelique. Hi, Barbara. Like, Barbara, you're supposed to be on a plane going to New York right now. I thought you were going to be catching the replay. Oh, I'm glad that you're here, though. Hello, Julie. Hello, Susan. There's Faye Gobby. Hi, Mindy Hall. And there's Nicole Herrick. Hi, Jean. And there's Benita. Hi, Kari. Hi, Kimberly. Your first AM live with you. Yeah, the AM lives are always a little bit of waking up. Like I think of the Folgers commercial. The best part of waking up is Folgers in my cup. But nope, I don't have Folgers in my cup. I have Door County coffee, I think. Heavenly Caramel. And I definitely need some. There's Joy Moody. Hello to Sherry Martin. Hello, Sherry Everett. There's Julie Bierschbach. You have not heard of handballs until your son moved to Maine. M-E is Maine or M-E-N? Jean. So they're a combination of ham and beef with graham crackers, eggs, evaporated milk, and with a sauce that is made up of tomato soup, brown sugar, vinegar, and dry mustard. So they're good. They're a family favorite, and they go amazingly well with cheesy potatoes. Hi, Susan. There's Kelly. Hi, Chris Niebaum. There's Jean. You've been working with Eva this morning for your cruise reservation. Yay! That's so exciting. You guys, we do have about four, like I think me and two. There might be 4 rooms already reserved right now, which is amazing. So, Jean, you might be number 5. And our goal is 3 more within the next, let's say, 25 days. Because if we have 8 rooms booked within the first 30 days, the conference room is free. Yay. Okay. That's the goal. Hello, Carmen Sanders. And there is... Oh my God, I've been watching Christine for years, and I'm finally able to watch me live and my phone connected so I can comment. Hello from Tennessee. Oh, that's so exciting, That's Cheryl. Awesome. Well, welcome. I'm glad you could catch me live. Hello, Mary Schreiber. Okay, I think I caught everybody. So we have a great little showcase for you guys. I just wrapped up the registration form. I was on it at 9:05. I'm like, get up and get stuff done, right? You guys, I am a night owl. If you don't know that, I will stay up easily till midnight, 1, 2 o'clock working on things. But then I like to sleep till 8 or 9 o'clock, right? So I still get I try to get 6 to 8 hours, right? Depending on the night. But I'm not a morning person. So I am a night owl times 10. And so that's how that goes. So then the mornings are not always the nicest to me, but we make it through it. So I I got up and got through the registration form, and I shared it now. And so for those of you that are new to me, my name is Christine Bertram. I am out of Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. I do a combination of in-person classes and online classes. So this is my YouTube channel that you're watching me on. And I do share these videos in my Facebook group. I have a big Facebook page called Cards by Christine as well. And I share all my events there. I share all the videos there, but we do watch everything in YouTube. And for those of you who ever want to join me, or for those that are local that want to join me, I have a studio here that's 700 square feet, and we have classes here. And the amazing thing about it too is I have my team is the Be Happy Stampers, and I'd have to say at least 10 to 12 people, bees, on my team now that are doing classes. And about 7 or 8 of them are doing classes out of my studio now. And that has grown over the last couple of years, so that's pretty cool. So we have quite the offering of classes for everybody. You won't be bored at all. The one thing is, though, that if you are newer to me watching, it is overwhelming when you first start watching me, because you're like, oh my God, this girl does way too many things. And now her team is doing things, and there's just way too much. And it's like, I get that, but you know what? It's better to have more choices than none or just one. And so if you're ever feeling overwhelmed and you don't know what to do or how to do something, and you're like, because I can relate to that a lot. I was in the process of shopping for something, a foot thing, right? Something for my foot. And I'm like, I have no idea what to get. And I went out there and I searched, and there's so much stuff, and I don't understand what to do. And I didn't have anybody to call, right? Well, at least if you guys have questions about stuff for me, all you have to do is call me. My phone number, I share it. My phone number is right here. When you call me, you get me. You don't get a robot. Now, if I don't recognize your phone number, that might not be the best thing too, because I do get a lot of spam. So if it says spam, like it's a potential spam, I don't answer it. So hopefully your numbers don't say that when you call me, because I don't generally answer the potential spam calls. But if I don't recognize your number and I'm in the middle of something, I don't necessarily answer it. Because I'm not going to drop it if I don't know who it is. But if you send me a quick text first and say, hey, I need to chat with you about something, I've got questions, I'll see your text and tell me who your name is, right? Or tell me what your name is. And I'll be like, okay, are you free in a half hour? Are you free tomorrow? Are you free this afternoon? And let's talk. It's so much easier to get unconfused by talking than chatting on a text or an email or a Facebook message back and forth. And so that's always one thing I always tell people. It's just, I love to chat. It's social interaction, right? We all strive for it. Can you tell Phoenix? Hi, he is so excited watching. Hi, Phoenix. Oh, I'm so excited that you're watching with us, Phoenix. Oh, you have a great mama, a great grandma. That's so exciting. Oh, Carmen, I was just thinking when I saw that you were on, I'm like, I hope you go to Alaska with us, Carmen. That would be amazing. So, and I follow the same schedule. I am definitely a night owl. Yes, Barbara Gavi, we are. I remember talking to you like at 11 o'clock one night. So, we're in Fond du Lac. What's all the sirens? Oh, I don't know, Mary Carlos. And normally we get our sirens at noon on Saturday, but I didn't even hear the sirens right now. I completely missed it. Deb Norman said, did you send something out for the cruise? I didn't see it. No, I haven't sent anything out for the cruise. Oh man, you guys, I don't know. I do need to, but what I did, Deb, is I included it in this registration form. So I will share that information with you here momentarily. I had every thought that I would be able to send an email about the cruise, like separately. And you guys, I'm lucky I got through this weekend with hosting the party and finishing up designing, not even finishing designing. It's been a whirlwind. It's 9 days. And I'm not going to have excuses, but 9 days of being sick really does like put a damper on plans. And so the other thing I haven't done is I haven't figured out the pricing for the product shares, and I haven't figured out the pricing for the suite shares, and those two things. So those are on my docket, because we can't give pricing back to people for January until those two things are done. And we're going to start like with that today. So a few things on the docket to get done. And then on top of it, for those in the escape, I will be sharing the registration numbers. My goal is by tomorrow. So I've got a little window today that I can work on it before Kelly's over for designing. And then by tomorrow too, I have a little. So those are some of the main things on my list to get done by tomorrow. So we'll get it. Hi, Nancy Mole. That answers your question. Perfect. So how are you able to book? Oh, so I will share that with you. Oh, Carmen's going to go to Alaska. Yay. I'll share with you how you book. Okay. So if you follow me through the class registration, I included a section in the class registration, just this morning at 9:05, I'm like, you should put a section into the registration so people know all about it. And I thought this would be a great way to do it. It's a twofold registration process for the cruise. One for the cruise with Eva, and one for the stamping part with me. Eva's ready to take reservations for the cruise. I have not figured out anything on the stamping side. I get the opportunity to talk to Patty Bennett. She told me at backstage that she'd be willing to chat with me to tell me how she runs her cruises. And that's what I plan to mirror it off of, because she's been very successful for the last how many years. And so I thought, well, she's a great resource. So I'm going to be reaching out to her to find out what she does. And so that stamping part, you guys, the cruise isn't for a year and a half out. So the stamping part, I've got a little time to figure out my stamping part. But on the cruise side, you can get your cabin booked and know that you're locked and loaded, and spouses are welcome to come. So if you want to get a room with your spouse so that you guys can enjoy Alaska together, or your significant other, and then he doesn't want to do, or she doesn't want to do the stamping part of it, they can go do whatever they want on C days. But on the C days, then you're doing stamping stuff with me. And then on the non-C days, you can go off with whoever you're with and hang out in whatever cities we're in, like Juneau or Sitka or Skagway, or how that works. So there's a two-part process, and in the class registration form, we'll get to it momentarily, it's one of the last things, I added a section with Eva's phone number and with her email address. So as you're doing the class registration, you'll get to that section, and you can jot her number down or copy and paste it, or however you want to do it, and then get registered for the cruise part of it. So Deb is excited for the cruise. Yay, it will be great. Cheryl says, just wanted you to know I'm on call hospice nurse working nights when I have to travel long distances to care for patients in the middle of the night. I listen to your videos to help keep you awake. Oh, I'm so glad I can help keep you awake. You guys, it's so funny. Hi, Karen Wetstein. And is Tyler going, Deb, that is a good question. I brought it up to him, and I said, hey, dear, I'm going on a cruise to Alaska in 2027. Are you interested in going with me? And it's so far out. He doesn't know. And partly because the incentive trip for us is Alaska in 2026 in May. And we're planning to fly to Alaska, to Seattle, and then take a puddle jumper to Alaska and go to Juneau for 3 days and then come back and then do the cruise part of it. So he will have just done it. And he only gets 3 weeks of vacation, which is great, but it's only 3 weeks. And when we always have the incentive trip in there, and then we always do a different trip, it might be that he might not go. It's 50-50 at this point. Cheryl, I was going to say about the nights and watching me. I've had so many people tell me that they go to bed with me. As a joke, right? They go to bed with me and they watch me while they start to fall asleep, and then I help them fall asleep. And so I'm like, well, I hope that's okay. I must be boring, or my voice must help soothe them to sleep. I'm not certain, but I thought that was kind of funny. But I'm glad I can help you pass the time at night. That's great. Oh, Jean Shoot said, Cheryl, thank you for everything that you do for. Yes. You are a blessing to many. That is so true, Jean. Thank you for commenting that. That was in the back of my head too. I was going to say thank you to her too for that. Oh, and your heart is happy. Well, you do what you do. I just want you to know how important you are. Aw, thank you. And you are very important too. All of you guys are important. Okay, so I was talking about the Hive here and doing classes, and especially to people who are new, I am a little bit overboard. I started off only doing one thing. Like most demonstrators or stampers who want to start inviting people to do classes with them, I started off with one thing, and it was my monthly class back in 15, let's say the summer of 15. And then I had a full-blown club class start in March of 2016. And so I've been doing classes now for 10 solid years. And it's been great. And I started off with one, and then all of a sudden I added a second one, and then I wanted to do more, and then I had a third one, and then a fourth one, and a fifth one. And I looked at the calendar, I'm like, holy crap, we have 6 kitted classes for the month of January, plus Rose's kitted class, so that's 7. And then we do a mystery card class, we do a paper pumpkin class, we do 2 to 3 kit classes. And then on top of it, in the month of January, I host a winter creative escape, which is my event that I do, big event. I do 3, well, now I do 5 big events a year, but this is I do 3 big events a year. 2 are escapes, one's a Stampin' Fun the Sun, and then I do 3 paper paloozas, so it's actually 6 events, bigger events. So basically every other month we're doing a relatively bigger event. And so Well, yeah. So when we added up all the cards that we're working on designing that we want to get done before the end of this year, I believe the number was 47 cards. And I have my whole counter upstairs laid out. We started cutting paper and the die cutter started picking up stuff, and then like I've got stuff all laid out for about 20 of the cards. And we have like 15 Palooza cards to design, and then we have about 5 more escape cards. So we're over half done with the designing for January, and we're going to be working on it hardcore tonight, you guys. So I did switch. For those of you doing ink, paper, scissors, Kelly was originally planning to come at noon and help me with designing until about all night. Like that was, well, till 6 when I was going to have class. And then she had to switch around her schedule. And so now she's coming around 4 o'clock. So I have a window from 1 to 4 to do ink, paper, scissors, and then a few other odds and ends that I can get done. And so that's why I switched it around, because I have her from basically 4 o'clock until she's done. I said, Kelly, I will work as long as you are willing to stay helping me. And so it's 2 brains for creativity are better than 1. And I get block, I think, because I just get distracted so easily these days with checking email or throwing the mouse down the steps for the cat. Just other things, right? So it's nice having a partner to design with. And so Kelly's going to be here tonight, and we're going to try to get all the escape finished tonight. And whatever we don't get finished, we'll wrap it up tomorrow. And then we're going to work on the Palooza early next week. So lots more designing to get done. And then we have mystery card makeup tomorrow. You guys, when I was sick a couple Wednesdays ago, we're going to have mystery card at 1 o'clock tomorrow. And then next week, Share, Create, Inspire is going to get made up. So I personally have 3 classes yet to do this year. And then Gina also has classes coming up next week for you. So lots of good stuff coming your way. Hello, Krista Clark. Good morning. Good morning. I am so busy. I worry that well, that's probably what happened with me getting sick. Like, that's what somebody said to me. So they're like, you run yourself ragged, and I will be the first to admit that I will stay up answering emails until 6 o'clock, maybe once every 2 weeks. And that is something that I've got to stop doing because I think that gets my body not the energy and rebuilding that it needs to at night. And after doing nonstopness for 5 years, I did it. Like, I've gotten sick 3 times this year. And I would have to say that for the last 40 years of my life, I've hardly gotten sick. So I gotta maybe get more sleep. Yeah, I definitely agree. I don't want to burn myself out. So I have to find a way to get through the answering of the emails a little bit, like not getting stuck into it and having a little more willpower and saying, no, go to bed. So, oh yeah, that's how that goes. So I'm working on that. That will be my New Year's resolution. So we have, I'm going to start going through classes, and I'm going to pull up my phone with the registration form so you guys can kind of see where that's at. For those of you that don't know, I have an email address, and I've started to use this email address 100% of the time. So for those of you that are still emailing my MSN email address, don't take it personally when I say to you, can you please update your contact for me to my Christine at Cards by Crispy. I look in my MSN, but if you send me stamping stuff there, I don't catch it right away, and I forward it, then I have to forward it to my other one so that the email comes from the right one, so you're not confused why I'm responding from the MSN. So it's more work for me, and your email will get lost more if I put it in the MSN. I get like 50 junk emails every day in my MSN email address. It got to be so overwhelming. It's the email address I've had since 2020. Okay, so I've had it for 26 years. And at this point in my life, I get so much junk in there that I literally in the morning, the first thing I do when I open up that, I have to delete out like 20 emails right in the morning because they all come at like 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. You get your Kohl's and you get your whatever and all those different stupid emails if you're shopping for it, then you might stop to look for it. But if you're not shopping for that stuff, it's like delete, delete, delete. And so I got to clean that up first. Then I can weed through, okay, then I get my news in there, right? My daily news that I can know what's going on in the world. And then it's like, if you're in there, your email's like stuck in there, right? Because I don't always get to it every day. So then it's a lot. So anyways, I do have the email address, you guys. Christine at cardsbycrispy.com. My website is cardsbycrispy.com. If you want to shop with me, it's stampinup.com. Make sure you select me as your demonstrator because when you do, you can pick certain classes for free. And my phone number is here. So we no longer are using the CBC Enroll. So people, if you're emailing that one as well, I look in that once a month. And so I know we had a few in there recently, and I try to catch those and tell those people to also take that one. We're probably never going to use the CBC Enroll anymore. Kelly's making me a new one of these guys, and there's going to be a QR code here, which will take you to the folder, which gets to where the class registration forms are. So this is going to be updated. It's pretty much accurate, but for those, there's going to be a QR code in there in the future, or I'll share with you the link. But I created these Google Forms, and what I'm going to share with you is this folder right here. This folder is where all the registration forms are. So we started in September, October, November, December, January, February. I don't know why there's 6 of them, but there's only supposed to be 5. But the one that you're going to want to go to is the one for January. So like that one says, it says right there, January, right? Like if you look at some of the other ones, oh, so there's that one, and I got to delete that one. So like there's December, but you guys don't be concerned. Please ignore anything prior to the month that we're currently in. I recently had somebody fill out a registration form for October, and I had somebody recently fill out 2 people. I hear the sirens, Mary. Yep, so does Hunky. His ears went up. So I had a couple of people fill it out for November recently. Now, when we're in the current month, like we're ready now for January, and we're taking class registrations for January. But let's say you want a December class or an October class or a past class or something from the past. You still fill out the January registration form because there's a section in there for past stuff. If you're filling out the December or the past ones, to me, they're done. Like we're done with them. We've moved on. We're in January. So I just wanted to call that out there because I didn't know that would be a thing, that like people would be searching my calendar for a class from November or October, and the link in there is for that month's registration. I need to rephrase. I can't go back and fix everything. That would be too much. But what I'm going to do for going forward is rephrase that paragraph to say, if this is a past class, please use the current form, right? Because it's just, we're in the current month. So I'm going to pull up the registration form for January. And Carmen says at the bottom of the buzz says to use CBC. Wasn't sure if you realized that. At the bottom of the buzz. Send me a screenshot, Carmen, so I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes. I think that I caught that on the last one, and I thought that I updated it, but you're right. Let me find a piece of paper. So what Carmen's talking about is every week I send my team, the Be Happy Stampers, all the news in the Stampin' Up! World, and it's called The Latest Buzz. And there is a section down there that might say that, yeah, you could be, I came across that last week. But yes, I got to get that updated. You guys, sometimes you don't know where things are, and then you got to find them. It takes time to find them. All right, good morning to Francis Rodriguez as well. Yay, Merry Christmas to you. Okay, so I am going to flip down here. So there are a couple things that we're working on, you guys. So it's the cruise email, the pricing for the sweets and the product shares and this calendar and the I'm making myself notes, you guys. If I don't write things down, I bet you're the same way. You might not get them done. So the swap totals, and then also the PDF of the schedule. Okay. And Jean Shoot said, let's see here. And only if we could get rid of spam phone calls, potential spam. Really, do they think we're going to answer? Annoying. It sure is annoying. I totally get it. So yeah, just a reminder too for you guys. What this is right now is my showcase. It's my opportunity to share with you what classes are coming up for the month of January. This is not where I'm going to be making cards or showing you how to create things. This is my ability here to share with you, because it's been told to me many times that the photos never do the cards justice that we create and design. And then the videos help, but they still don't do them justice. Kathy Showalter gave me some really great feedback about the Paper Palooza for the fall. I was asking in a previous video what was the feedback of why people might not have registered for it as many as what did for the annual one. I thought it maybe had to do with that we had a few less cards from the other one, and that was dependent on how much DSP there was. And she said it wasn't necessarily that. It was more that the cards didn't look as great or exciting until she saw them in person. And when she saw them spread on the counter, she's like, oh man, these are really nice, right? And then she signed up for the Palooza. So it was one of those things that looks can be deceiving in a video or a picture. So I do have lots of things here to share with you. We're going to go through the class registration form with all the current classes. and then I'm going to share with you all the extra add-on things that we have going on for January, and then I'm going to walk through and show everybody the past classes, because I do over forecast, and so I end up with past classes. I'm super excited though, like for December, there are none left of the game night. We did a really good forecast, 48, and we could have had one more. Unfortunately, I had to say to Lynn, you were the only person I had to say no to. I'm sorry for that. I feel bad when I have to say no, but we did really good forecasts on game night. And I think that we sold out of the Sentimental Christmas class from last year. Yay, that one's all gone. I think it's all gone, unless I look in the box and I see that there's another one, but I'm pretty sure that one's gone. But little by little, the classes go away, which is great. So Pat Settle says, you give us the personal touch of your cards. Aw, I try. I put lots of thoughts into each one of them. They're like all little children, right? All my cards are children, and people are amazed that I remember. If you send me the contents of a kit, like let's say you lost your yellow golden ticket and you don't know what it is, if you take a picture of the inside of it, I can generally tell you what card it was. So, all right, so when I flip this down, you guys, this is a calendar that I'm in the process of making. Like it was all set, and I was excited that Shelly and Bonnie said to me they want to start doing classes. So we had to pencil in Shelly and Bonnie in here on different dates and get their information on here. So I've got me and Rose, Diane and Kelly, Gina, Carissa, Julie, Karen Forward, and then Shelly and Bonnie do a class together. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people doing classes out of here. Rose is doing hers via YouTube Live, right? But we kit her class up. That's why I have her on here. So yeah, you guys, so that's another thing too. If you're in Canada and you're looking for a demonstrator to work with, I always want to let you know that I wholeheartedly support Rose Coleman and her efforts. She is phenomenal. She's a friend of mine and a colleague. We each collaborate, and we each design a class, and then we offer that kit to the other so that we can, she has a lot of people from the US that watch her, and I have people in Canada that watch me, and so we can help satisfy our people that watch us in each of our countries. So by giving them our kitted classes. So that's why I have Rose on here, and if you ever need her contact information and you can't find it, just reach out to me. I can send it to you. So, but I'm in the process of making this calendar. Kelly's going to add her touch to it. She's going to put little bees and honeycombs all over this. And you guys, this is like kind of, I'm hesitant on sending this out, right? Like things are changing, right? Like we decided that for the Winter Creative Escape, nobody signed up for Monday. So, and we're full on Friday and Saturday with still 7 spots for Sunday. So we're going to so I'm taking that off, and now I'm going to move Mystery Card back to its normal night. And so there's a few minor things that I was trying to change. And then on top of it, I decided that in the month of August of next year, I'm going to do an open house for anybody that wants to come and check out. We've done lots of remodels and revisions on this house. The neighbors are excited to see what's going on. So I'm going to do an open house from 1 to 4 on this day for my community. And so there's some things on here that like I wanted to add and just tweak a little bit. So we're almost there. I'm just at the point where I send it off to Kelly, and she's going to make it pretty, and then I'll publish it out on my website, cardsbycrispy.com. So that is still coming. It's on my list here to get that done. Okay, so I promise that one will be coming here very, very soon. And so this registration form, hello, Mary Ann, happy holidays to you too. And for this one, you guys, so the registration form, so let's see where we can find it. There's a couple spots. So if you're looking for the registration form, one of the spots that you can find it is on my website, which is cardsbycrispy.com. You go to the events calendar and toggle over to December, and today is the 22nd. And sometimes you have to twist your phone a little bit to get to see it. But it's right there. What's coming up for January? And in here, there's a spot where you can watch the YouTube, which is what I'm doing right now, and check out the new registration form by clicking here. Okay, so that's one spot where you can find it. When you click here, it takes you into the registration form. So that's one spot. Another spot on my website is under the resources section. So go up to the resources section. And the first thing here for today's date is the 22nd. The January class showcase is today, Monday, December 22nd at 10 a.m. Click here to be taken to the registration form. Okay, perfect. So there's 2 spots right now. You can get it. The other one is in the YouTube right here. So this one is, let me just see here where it is. Live chat. There it is. Okay. If you go into the more here, it's right there. The class schedule events. Here's sign up. Oh, I gotta refresh this. Hang on. Hang on. Let's do a closing of that out. and oh man, go back in here and see what crazy stuff comes up that it wants me to watch. Okay, right here. When you go right there, the class schedule. If you go into the description right here for that, you can click on that and it takes you right into the form. So there's 3 spots right now where you can find the registration form. I will be sending an email out with that as well. And the other thing too, when you go into, oh my goodness, when you go into the events calendar for January, you guys are going to be, it's going to be lacking. I'm at the point where I need to go through all of 2026 and build the calendar skeleton calendar. Normally there's a lot of gray circles or gray squares. They're not there. They're lacking right now. I need to find it takes me about 10 hours. And last year I was so blessed because Angelique Schaefer helped me do it. She went through the entire calendar and created everything for me. I don't know if she's up for that this year, but I need I think it took about 10 hours. I think I need to do about that 10 hours. And so I have a few things out here and they're not really any classes. It's the escapes out here and the technique class with Rose, beginner. So there's things out here, but none of them really have the registration form. So as I get this calendar built for January, the first thing that you'll see underneath the paragraph, I'll have a whole section there about how to do the registration, and then each class will have that opportunity to click it too. Okay, so lots of ways to find the registration, okay? So when you're in the registration form here, hi Carissa, are you going to open Thursday for the escape in case that works for the people that Monday didn't? No, I talked to the girls about that, Carissa. So there's about 6 or 7, maybe 8 girls that normally would have done Thursday. And at this moment, I have 16 for Friday, I have 16 for Saturday, and I only have 7 for Sunday. So what I would do before opening up Thursday is I would see who on Friday could move to Sunday. And so that's why I put on the registration form, if you could only do Friday or Saturday, to reach out to me privately. And I would ask to see if somebody, like Diane Bogenhagen's already offered. She's like, hey, Chris, I can move to Sunday if you want me to, right? She's okay with moving. And then somebody else might be willing. So I know that people are set. They really like their days, but I also have the most amazing community because they'd say to me, Chris, if you need me to move to a different day so that somebody else could have a spot on the day that only they could go, they'll do that for me. So I don't plan, Carissa, at this moment to open up Thursday. And the other thing too is with it such a big group on Friday, and if I need to have one more, if one person really, really wants to squeeze in, the group is so good that they don't care. Like if there's one more person that sneaks in and they're just a little bit more cozy, I guess. So I'm not at this moment planning to open up Thursday unless I would get like 8 people that say to me, hey, there's 8 more people that want to come in person between Friday, Saturday. And then I would maybe look at moving the 7 or 6 or 8 people that normally come Friday to Thursday. But I, at this moment, don't anticipate 8 people coming to me and saying, hey, I'd like to attend in person. There's no space. Like, I guess I'm playing that by ear right now. But regardless, I really don't think people are going to want to come on Monday. Like Monday was maybe not the best option to add a Monday and take away a Thursday. So I think that it spoke loud and clear just to keep, like maybe for the Stampin' Fun of the Sun, I'm going to keep it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But for this one, I don't think so. And I believe you're on Friday, and I know that's when the core group is. So I don't think you have to worry about them moving away. And I know because you probably want to be with them on Friday. So that's my thought. And Judy says she likes Thursdays too. So yeah, but I think that I would rather have Mom would personally like to have 1 less day versus having 7 or 8 on one day and 7 and 8 on another day. She'd rather cook for one day and come into town, right? So I think we'll leave it with a fuller day on Friday. So yeah, unless things are going crazy. So Angelique said that, yes, I was planning on doing that for me again. Yay, okay, I'm so excited. So that means that I need to do a little prep work for you. I'll stage some of them so you have the core of what to copy, and then we'll find some time when you can do that in the next maybe couple of weeks. So that would be awesome. So, okay, you're very welcome, Carissa. It was a good question. I contemplated that. I've talked about 3 or 4 people here already in person, and that's what we decided just to leave it. So, okay, when you guys are, and another thing I like to point out too, for this class registration form that I'm doing, this doesn't generally pertain to in-person people. okay? Because in-person has multiple options for classes. There's usually a weeknight class, and then there's a weekend class, and I don't have that differentiated. Generally, people who are doing in-person classes with me, they're here in person and they're like, hey, Chris, I want to do this class on this day, sign me up. And they're like, my book's here, and we put them in. Or they just text me and they say, can you put me in for this? And so this online registration form that I'm sharing with you is generally for those people who want to do porch pickup or doing online kits mailed. Now, if you do fill it out for in-person, you're probably going to still have to follow up with me with another email that says, hey, I plan to do this in-person class, right? So just know that if you're doing in person, it's just easier just to text me, call me, Facebook message me, and I'll get it in the book. And I do that because if I forget to sign you up, you're still going to show up and I'm not going to miss anything. But we started this whole online registration thing because it just got crazy with registrations and I didn't want to miss anything. And they were coming at me at all different directions and it was overwhelming for me. So we had to get back to a organized, chaotic manner. So hi, Julie Bierschbach. Yeah, Angelique is sweet. She's amazing. I'm so lucky that she did that for me. All right, so here you go, guys. We're going to start with the registration process. And I'm going to go through this and pretend like I'm doing it so you know how to do it. So this is for January. And once completed, if you'd like to add or remove anything, please email me directly. Because if you want to change something, it would be easier for us to go in on the back end and edit it for you. So just know that once you fill it out, you're pretty much set. And please don't send any money until you've received an email from me with how much to send. Because when you consolidate classes, you get reduced shipping, right? So I like to make sure that you don't oversend me money. I mean, I don't need to make money on shipping, but if you pay for all these things individually, you're going to end up paying more shipping than what you need to. And I'd rather have you save money on shipping and buy more stamps, right? So just a note too, the holidays are here, right? So at 4 o'clock tomorrow, I'll be going to my parents, spending the night, and they have a metal roof with no reception, and we're going to be eating and socializing and doing the gifts. And then we have my dad's side on Wednesday, and then we have Christmas on Thursday again. And then Tyler and I are leaving for Chicago on Friday, and we're going to see Phantom of the Opera on Saturday. We have a date weekend, yay. We're actually leaving to go do something, yeah, which is good. So we haven't done that since we went to camping back in August. So I'll be gone. Amanda's helping me with registrations again. But again, she's part of my family and she's going to be doing all the same things and she has 5 kids. And so what I want to preface is if you do not hear back from us on your class registration until early next week, that is okay. Don't fret. We're not worried that you owe money. Like, just make sure you like take a deep breath and say, okay, I'm going to wait for her to reply back. Because what happens is I get people that want to know how much to send and they'll email me and it's like, okay, that's great, but now I've got 3 more emails. Okay. So just note, like, we probably will start picking away at it, but I would have to say by January 5th or 6th, that's when we're going to start to really get back and you'll probably start to expect responses from us. And that gives you guys also time to do the responses, to fill out the registration form, watch the video. You guys are having your holiday stuff too, so it's going to be really hard. So just know that we'll get back to you then. We're going to do like a split shipping time if you want. For those of you doing the Winter Creative Escape and you want everything in one box, we're planning to ship around January 20th. And for those of you who aren't getting the Escape, we're hopeful that we have the classes all kitted up by the calendar's not there. The whole goal is that we're going to have everything kitted up. I've got in my head around the 9th of January with doing a small shipping day on the 13th. For those people who want just classes shipped ahead of their Escape or that they're not getting the Escape. So we're going to do a small shipping day on the 13th. Or maybe the 12th if we can get it a little early. But before the Escape, we're going to do a little shipping. And then January 19th or 20th, we're going to do the other shipping, like of the big shipping. Okay. So that's what we've got going on for shipping. So you'll have a couple different choices for shipping. And now you guys will be at the end of the registration process. So you guys got to put in your email address here for that and then fill out your information so that I know who you are. The important thing is that if you have moved, that you definitely tell me that. I don't catch things like that just by seeing them. So what you should do is make sure that complete mailing address and send me a separate email to let me know if it's different than what you originally had given me in the past. I don't want to ship something to your old address and then it go around in limbo land, right? put your whole address though. Okay. So first class here, ink, paper, scissors, lovely blossoms. Now this cover photo doesn't do it justice, but that's why I'm going to show them to you. So so this ink, paper, scissors, and actually we have a slight change on this one. So Diane Bogenhagen and I have been designing ink, paper, scissors. Well, so I started ink, paper, scissors for the first 2 years by myself, and then Diane came and tag teamed it with me, and she teaches the in-person version. Diane officially retired from her day job many years ago and been helping with teaching for many years now. And she's looking to retire from stamping and come in and be a student and take classes and have a little less stress in her life. So this is going to be Diane's last in-person class. And it does say, just so you guys know, for those of you in person that are watching right now, Kelly and Diane talked on Friday or Thursday, one of the days last week, and Diane is going to do this ink, paper, scissors, and then Kelly is going to pick them up starting in February for in-person only. Now, on the registration form, it says Kelly, and that's because a month ago we had talked and it was going to be Kelly. Well, now they talked this week and it's going to be Diane. Kelly's going to be there to shadow Diane to see how Diane does class. And then it's going to be Kelly taking it over in February. So people were wondering, who do they pay in January? So for January yet, you guys, it's going to be Diane. All right. And so Diane and I designed these cards last week, or maybe it was even, I don't remember. As you guys, it's all blowing together. It's like a blur. You love the fandom. Yay. You've seen it 8 times. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I've probably seen the movie 4 times. It's Tyler's favorite thing of all times, I think. And so I surprised him with some tickets we must have bought them back in June of last year or this year. So, okay. So Lovely Arrangements is a bundle that Stampin' Up! Has called with all these words and then some flowers. So this is what we're using for the ink, paper, scissors. And this designer paper is different because it has 4 patterns and you get 3 sheets of each pattern. So you got more of the same. And hi, Kimberly, you're late, but here, I'm glad you're here. Better late than never. So 2 of the cards do look similar, but they are different, right? So we just changed it up a little bit with a square versus a rectangle and changed the colors of the flowers. So you will need some sort of focal image that is a flower for the cards. But like your die cutting will all be done for you. And this is a class where you cut your own designer series paper, and there's enough left over to do your envelopes, which I have one right here. So you get to do your envelopes. And then we use that new little banner punch and the happy birthday just note. I believe that comes from banner. Oh, it actually comes from this one. And I think we pulled in banner greetings for one of the cards too. And then 2 of the cards are going to feature the green, the old olive with the cloud cover. And so sending smiles comes from here. Just a note comes from here. Okay, so the banner greetings must have been a different one that I'm thinking of. But yeah, so we've got the 2 cards that are similar but different, and then we've got 2 cards that are similar but different. And ink, paper, scissors is a fee-based class. So you don't get this one free with an order. And so it says your options are, would you like to-go kits mailed, to-go kits with porch pickup, or in-person with Kelly? Now, I'll change that. It needs to say in-person with Diane. But again, for those of you who are doing in-person classes, you should reach out to Diane directly to register. If I see that you pick her, I will definitely let them know. So you can pick which one you want. I'm going to opt for to-go kits with porch pickup, right? So that is the first class. Now, the next class is the Sweet Bundle class for the month, which is called Made with Love. Made with Love is the name of the suite. And the stamp set is called Endless Love. Now, you saw for the other class, there was a lot of focal image stamping, right? So that last class, if you don't have lovely arrangements, because it's a brand new stamp set with Stampin' Up!, and you don't love it, hopefully you have something at home that you can use. But if you love lovely arrangements and you want to purchase it, you can purchase the new catalog launches starting January 6th, okay? But you will need flowers, you'll need some leaves. There was one card that had a leaf, right? So you'll need that. But I am pretty optimistic to say a lot of us have flower stamps at home about that size and leaves at home. So what you'll get is a white piece of paper or that petal pink piece of paper, and you'll stamp and then die cut or however you want to fussy cut. Okay, so that one, there was focal images. So this one, though, for the Made with Love, this one is more intent on sentiments. So Jay Shante helped me design this one. So if you're doing If you live in the Minocqua Harshaw area and you'd like to do this class, you could also reach out to Jay. She will be teaching this one. I don't think she's set it on her calendar yet, but this one you really only need sentiments and a little ink to sponge around some of them. And so this one says Hugs and Kisses, and that does come from Endless Love. And got that. This one is so cool. You guys, oh man, I broke down. I wasn't going to buy the letters, these new big letters, and I did. Oh my gosh. I did. So all your letters, the L, V, E, and the heart for the O is going to be die cut for you. So it's very easy to reproduce this one. There's no sentiments on the outside because the die cuts are the sentiments. And on the inside, we've got Sending You Hugs and Kisses, XO. And then this one right here, you'll just need Happy Valentine's Day. Now that comes from a set. See, the frog comes out every now and then. That comes from a set here called Valentine Kisses. And we've got Happy Valentine's Day. So that one is where that came from. And the little banner die, that is what is a bundle with the letters. So they go together like a horse and carriage. And then just some words and stamps on the inside. And then the last one is a shaker card. Yay. So we've got Hello Friend on here, but again, whatever sentiments you want. You get a little baggie with your hearts, and this is using that new heart embossing folder, which is really cool. And Happy Valentine's Day. So Made with Love. So if you want that, Made with Love is a class, so you can pick to go or select what you want, and if you don't want it, that's great too. Put no. But this one is one where you can buy it for $22 plus shipping, or you can place an order to get this one for free. And this, for my online community, it would be, for it to be mailed as a $60 order. I'm offering this class in person as well, so I teach this one in person. And the dates, so this is where the events calendar needs to come out of this little pocket calendar and go into the internets. But the Sweet Bundle class is the 21st. And I'm teaching the online version on the 28th, and I'm doing ink, paper, scissors on the 29th, okay? So this little calendar is what I need to get put onto my website. So I've got the dates all set. All right, so that is Made with Love. So you can pick that one. And then the next one is a class I'm doing with Diane. So Diane helps teach Let's Just Stamp, Words and Petals of Beauty. So I'm going to pick that one for me. And then this one, so just, for the transition for Diane, our plan for Diane, she helps me with 4 classes. We're transitioning them about every quarter. So Diane will teach her last ink, paper, scissors in January, and she'll keep up Let's Just Stamp through June. And I think Kelly's going to transition to it in June. And then the order-based class, Kelly will transition to teaching that in July. And then the Stamp-A-Stacks, Diane's going to transition and do her last one in November. So it's a staged retirement, let's say. So little by little. So Let's Just Stamp, though, is with Diane through June, I believe. That's their plan. And it features Words and Petals of Beauty. And the Words of Beauty looks like this. So this is a super sweet. And it's Words of Beauty and Petals of Beauty. So we're calling the class Words and Petals of Beauty. Let's Just Stamp. Heavily intensive on flowers as well. But, you guys, there was a stamp set with two-tone flora from 2 years ago that this, Deb Norman, I remember you used it for your Regal Winter card that you made for me. I believe you got the Regal Winter class for me, and you used that, and I'm like, oh, that was a great use of that, reusing that stamp set. So they've had, Stampin' Up! Had other flowers that look similar. Two-tone flora is what comes to my mind, and then having words. So this Let's Just Stamp, it really does feature flowers. And we've got our peach flowers, so peach pie, and you could always use orange. I think orange at second strength would be fine, and there was other peach colors that are lighter too. But you can see like 2 big flowers and a little flower, 2 big flowers and a little flower, and 2 big flowers and a little flower. This one also, we stamped the leaves on here, but whatever leaves you have would work. So yeah, you still have this. Yeah, two-tone flora would be perfect with this one as well. And so we'll have we tried to limit the die cutting to just these 2 leaves. We used some of that new shimmer paper on that one, so that's why it's got that iridescent-y like shimmer to it, which is really cool. We also did use a background stamp on this one called Lasting Linen, and that one, I've been using that quite a bit. It's really a cool, just a subtle background. But they've had other linen backgrounds through the years too, and any other, just some sort of decoration on the back white would be great just to break it up. So this is Let's Just Stamp. This one is 19 plus shipping. And you guys, I gotta blow my nose. Just give me a second. 1 second. I will put it on mute. Oh, much better. I was starting to feel like plugged up. Okay, gotta get that crap out, right? So this one, oh, I don't remember what I was exactly saying, but I got distracted by my nose. But we pulled in the new stone and vine embossing folder on this one, which is super cool, right? It's really detailed. And then we pulled in a new embossing folder on this one, so you guys can see that in action. And then this other one is the lovely stripes one. So that one, so 3 brand new embossing folders on here. Just need some sentiments. And then we've got these all double matted. So, oh, Let's Just Stamp is 19 plus shipping, or it's free with a $60 order as well. So that one is Let's Just Stamp. And again, if you're in person, it will be with Diane. And if it's online, it's with me. And you just need to pick that. And if you don't want to take it, no worries, just put no. So the next one is the monthly class for January. And the monthly class for January, I pulled in a Valentine's Day card and a thank you card, and then we made a sympathy card. Okay, so, all right, it's January, right? And so it's time to make calendar cards. Yay! I have oodles and oodles of calendars that I have set off aside. It's really awesome, you guys. I ordered a total of 1,100 calendars, and I saved 68 of them for the monthly class, and I saved 120 of them for the escape. So very cool. I have my calendar sitting here. If anything, I don't have any calendars left. Actually, I don't think I do. I went through all 1,100 of them. I was gonna say, I thought I have this many left, but I actually have a calendar card there. I have one here. I have like 10 of them around the room. And so I have to save these for myself. I almost gave my calendars away. So I don't think I have any calendars left, you guys. We went through all 1,100 of them. It's pretty amazing. So there's going to be a calendar card for the January monthly class. And so it's this one right here. And so I added in the butterfly. I believe this butterfly is on Last Chance. And that's okay. I'm pretty certain I saw it was on Last Chance, but that's okay. It's a die. And you guys, it'll be die cut for you. And then the little leaf will be die cut for you. And it says, thankful for the small things, right? You know, I looked the everywhere to find what I thought would be a good sentiment for on a calendar card. And I thought that was perfect. And then you'll get your calendar. So thankful for the small things comes from beautiful pumpkins. And so it could be any long, skinny sentiment. And then on the back, I've got celebrate the perfect day. And that comes from Beach Boardwalk or Boardwalk Fun, one of those two. All right, so we're going to do a calendar card, right? And that is that guy. Then I pulled in, this is Carol Norquist's $1 Million set. It's called Prayers and Promises. So that's what I featured on this next card. And it has So Sorry for Your Loss. And then on the inside, it says, as you grieve, may your memories comfort you, your faith strengthen you, and may hope heal your heart. We finally got an amazing stamp set that has very beautiful words and messages for the inside of cards that you need for sympathy or getting through hard times. Okay, so I pulled this one. So for this one, all you need are sentiments. And you could put this into, it doesn't have to be a sympathy card. It could be whatever card you want it to be, a thinking of you, a birthday, a get well. I did feature on this one that new beautiful patterns embossing folder that came out in November. So we've got a sympathy card, and I used the same brushed with beauty designer paper on these. And then the last one, I had to throw in a Valentine's Day card, okay? I struggle bust this card big time. Just ask Jay. Oh my gosh. I just didn't know what to do. So all right, this is what I did. I made it look like they're in a picture frame and you can hang it on the wall type thing. But It's called Valentine Kisses, and it's like they're at a kissing booth. And the dies here are a booth, and this little girl, I guess, is here. I made her with little lipstick on, and I put a little bow tie or a little, like, I don't know, put a cutie little bow on. I had to get ribbon on the card, right? I always gotta have ribbon, so I put a little ribbon on her, and put kisses on here, a little nail holding up the sign, a couple clouds in the sky, blended it. I don't know. I hope you like it. I had a struggle bus, this one. So made a Valentine's Day card. Now for this one, though, it uses the two focal images from the Valentine Kisses. And I overthink cards for you guys because I want you guys to be able to recreate cards just like I have them like this. You'll be able to recreate it just like that, right? Sentiment. This one you can recreate it because it's just a sentiment on there, no, and just die cutting. Now this one was hard because I'm like, well, are you guys, what are you gonna do? So I'm very hopeful that you guys, if you don't have bears, what other critters or animals or whatever, you'll get a white piece of paper. What could you put in the kissing booth and what could be wanting to go get a kiss, right? That's what you'll have to figure out. So Hunky Noodle Boy, what are you doing, buddy? You're gonna knock things over, kitten. I got Clumsy Kitten coming this way, you guys. Oh man. Oh man, what are you gonna do? You really are coming over here. Okay. Here he comes, you guys. He's coming this way. Ooh. Yep. He's like, Mom, what are you doing? I'm gonna walk all over your things. Okay. So here's your kissing booth card, guys. So I used the Valentine Kisses. Again, if you don't have it, figure out what you could use instead of it if you don't want to buy Valentine's Kisses. I will have the clouds cut for you, the sign, the kissing booth. The whole frame will be done for you. And I did stamp up butterflies from Pop-Up Petals. So this is the monthly card class. If you place an order for $60 for the online community, you get this one for free. And if you're in the in-person community, it's $40 because you don't have to worry about shipping. And that's that one. So yay, that's the January monthly class. So let's see what's next here. Kitten. There are plenty of other animals you can use. Great. That's what I needed to hear. Give me permission to be okay with that. All right, so I'm going to pick Porch Pickup. So Rose teaches the Technique Club class on her YouTube channel. I have not heard from her what she's featuring for January. I do have a core group of people that take this class every month, and they'll know to just go ahead and select it. Once Rose completes her cards and sends them to me, Kelly creates the cover photo. I'll add it to this, and I'll also send an email. But for right now, it's free with a $60 order. She is moving her class days up. She's going to be doing all of her classes on the second, oh man, it's the second Thursday of every month. So just know that that timeline is changing a little bit. And Nancy says, so that was actually Bigger Tigger. So I'm going to put Porch Pickup for that one. Now, I've got another class. It is a catalog launch Funfolds card class. So every new catalog, we do a launch class, and they're generally the Funfold classes. So 3 times a year, we'll do that. Now, sale-a-bration is not happening. They've kind of went away with sale-a-bration, and they're coming out with something called Product of the Month. And I've gotten together 9 of my stamping friends, and we're going to be creating a tutorial where you have 10 project ideas. We're calling ourselves the Stampers Society. And you're going to have, for those people in my community, my customer base, who have gotten it, have gotten the product of the month through me, or if you from my 9 friends, it doesn't matter who it's from, but if you get it from any of us, or if you're on my team, the Be Happy Stampers, and you spend over $75 in the month, you'll get the tutorial as well. So, oh, there goes Hunky. Is that you, dear?
No, it's your other deer.
It's my other deer. Who's my other deer? Oh, hi, Annette. My other deer. Yay, say hi. You're on camera.
Oh, hi.
Oh, is that for you? I was wondering who that was.
Yeah.
Let me show this. Judy Emma made these. Is this one for you?
It's for Julian's
For Julian's sister. Okay, so Judy Emma made all these adorable little stuffed, she didn't make the stuffed animals, but she made the sleds for them. And so she had them on the counter. I didn't know whose it was for. I'm glad that we figured it out. Good job. So mine is, oh, you should grab mine. Mine's over there. Check the gems on it though.
Oh, they're falling off.
Yeah. So my house is a little bit dry, and so we had to check the gems with the stickiness. So this is like a fry box, you guys. So it's so cute that these guys are sticking in here.
There.
Okay.
There.
So this is the one that Judy made for me. I got the gnome with the candy canes that are blue, so mine's a more wintry one. So yeah, so super cute, Judy, is the little fry box. And then she embossed it, and then she sponged them with white ink. So cool. So good. Okay, sounds good. I'm glad you came and got that. Okay, so yeah. What was I talking about, Annette? Oh yeah, the catalog launch fund. I remember. She's like, I don't remember. So the catalog launch. So we were talking about the product of the month. So there's no sale-a-bration, but on a monthly basis, I'll be offering a tutorial. So we all have to have our projects in by the last day of the month, and then they'll be compiled and made available to you by like the 5th or the 7th of the month. That's our goal. So it's a great way for us to be able to help you with more inspiration with that product of the month. Hi, Sherry Stewart. Judy Immel says, live to learn. Gems are now glued down. Yeah, Judy, you did a great job. I've seen about 5 different versions of it. And yeah, it must be dry in here or something because the gems just started to fall down. They had a sticky strip. But yes, adding a little bit of liquid. So we figured that out over time, that if something needs to stick, sometimes one adhesive isn't enough and you could double do the adhesive. So, all right, so we were talking about the catalog launch. So I'm not going to be doing a sale-a-bration hoorah rah class. I've taken out the sale-a-bration celebration class. And what I've done is basically formulated a group called the Stamper Society. And on a monthly basis, we're going to be giving you an online tutorial, or a tutorial that gives you more access to inspiration and ideas. Okay, so that's the plan. So cutting out a couple classes, but doing something on a monthly basis. So we have to ebb and flow with what Stampin' Up! Does. So the catalog launch, though, is something I'm going to continue to do whenever a catalog launches. And then also I make it into a Funfolds class. So let's show you what we got. The first one here, let's show you. We did a Valentine's Day card. And it looks like this. And we've got, all you need is a sentiment. And you open it up, and we've got sending you love. So we got words and a heart. And then on the inside, it goes like that. So it's a very heavy card. We definitely used thick white, so it made it even heavier. And it's so cool. So that's what and I've done a card like this where we wrapped a ribbon through it. But this time, we opted to use the Velcro dot. And so just need a sentiment for that one. All right, so you got like a card on a card. And that, I got the hugs and the kisses from Endless Love. Okay, then we did an Easter card, okay? Oh, this one was a lot of work. A lot of die cut pieces. So I feel a little bit bad about that, but the other ones don't have as much die cutting. So that one, we got a cute little Easter bunny in here. Now, he is also stamped, but I also feel like you guys will have something else if you don't have this Easter bunny. We put this guy with the flippy floppy ear in. And we've got a carrot in here. So both of these things are stamped. And then we've got a bow, we've got the flower, we've got Happy Easter comes from here. And this is a diorama card. So let me just show you here. We're going to twist this like this. Hang on. Right, so you got it. So when you give it to somebody, you twist the thing. And then when you open, your bunny spins around, right? And he is supposed to be like that. So, all right. There it is. So Easter's on its way. And we've got little eggs in here and another bunny in here. And so that bunny is this bunny. And what we did is we just did a purple one behind him. So to draw a little bit of attention. So yay. So we've got an Easter diorama Funfold class. And this is for the catalog launch party, Funfolds 26. Okay, so that one, you would need some sort of Stampin' bunnies, like to stamp your bunnies. Okay, then the next two aren't the craziest of Funfolds, but oh man, they are so pretty. Oh, so pretty. So this one is a gift card holder. So we made a birthday card, and that you open it up, and it has a spot to put a gift card, right? So there's a little pocket here, right? And then it lifts it up as you open it, right? So, and this features the Brush with Beauty Designer Series paper and the die cuts. I can't remember where the die cuts come. They come from Petals of Beauty. So we got some die cuts. So all you need on this one is a sentiment, and we use gears and textures to put a little background texture on that one. All right, Deb, we'll catch you later. I hope the checkup goes well. We'll be thinking of ya. And then the last one here is the yellow. Darling Duckling got pulled in, okay? So we've got, this opens like that. So just a different way to fold the card, right like that. And all you need is a sentiment. So we've got thank you, and that comes from Greenery Lane. And then the background, there's a little bit of background back there from Swirl Designs, and we sponged our flowers. So that's what I've got for you for the Funfolds class for next month. And so this one, the Funfolds, is on the calendar, you guys. I've got it set for the 8th that's a Thursday night. Now, most of you will not have your kits at all. We are planning to kit that class. Like, we're planning on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to kit all the classes. Oh, and Thursday. That's a whole kitting week. Right here is the kitting week. And so I'll be teaching that class in the evening, and I'll be teaching the order-based class on Friday at 1. But we don't plan to mail anybody's classes until the 13th. So for these two classes and potentially the monthly class, for those that want to get those classes ahead of time, you most likely won't have them ahead of time. So if that affects your decision, I apologize. We can only do so much in the time frame, especially with the holidays. Hello, kitten. Hi, big boy. All right, so that one was the Kellogg Launch Funfolds class, and so you'd want to pick that. And then the last one, on a quarterly basis, Diane and I have been doing an order-based class to help us finish our quarter as strong as possible. And that we're going into the end of the quarter already. That's crazy how this just flew. So we have it that it's free with an order. But one of the perks for being on the team is if you want to buy this class, we give the team the opportunity to buy the class. So if you're on the team, you can pay it's $22 plus shipping. And if you're not on the team, it's free with an order. And we picked Greenery Lane. And so when you go to this one, you can see Greenery Lane. And I'm going to say I'm on the team and I want to do porch pickup. And if you're on the team and want to place an order to get it for free, that is an option too, right? We're not going to not have you place an order if that's what you want to do. So Greenery Lane looks like this, and it's got a lot of washi tape in it, right? So crazy. We took a section of the washi tape and we designed 4 cards with that section of the washi tape. I have to say that this top one is actually my favorite, so I'll go with that last. So this is washi tape, you guys. This is not stamping. So all you need are like a sentiment across here, the front. And the sad thing is that there isn't one die that just die cuts everything on the washi tape like that last one was. So on this one, you would need to fussy cut them or have the dies. But it's a really pretty set. So we have a wishing you well. And then these are dies. These are the washi tapes as well. And so we've got all these are double matted because it's the order-based class. And so these little, okay, so these are secret, what are they? I think they're Lost Lagoon, actually. I got glue dot here, you guys. Sorry, I got to get that fixed. There. I believe that it's Lost Lagoon with peacock on this one, and then petal pink. And then this guy, so these were more the greens. I have to say, I don't know if you guys caught it, but you know that color? That's the infamous Evening Evergreen mixed with Soft Succulent. It matched that paper perfectly. It was the only thing that matched it. So we went into the arsenal and we found some Evening Evergreen and Soft Succulent paper. We are using it. It's retired. Just putting it out there. And the gems. I found some of the in color gems, and they are also retired, but they worked perfectly with all 4 of the cards. So these guys right here are also part of the washi tape. And so you would only need a sentiment on this one. Little retired cream ribbon on there. So our order-based class we're calling it our Blast from the Past order-based class. Now this one, these guys right here are the washi tape, and then a little die cut. And then we've got Lasting Linen in the back again here. So we used that Lasting Linen like background stamp, pulled in that Stone and Vine embossing folder, and double matted. So really pretty cards using the Greenery Lane. So again, this one is order-based if you're not on the team, and if you're on the team, you have the opportunity to do order or pay for it. The order-based class, I'm doing it live with you guys on YouTube at 1 o'clock on the 9th. And then Diane's going to be teaching it on the 6th at 6 p.m. Okay, So that is the Greenery Lane order-based class, and featuring the washi tape. So that would complete, I believe, the first section. So those are the 7 kitted classes for next month. Now, the next section is, do you indicate that you want to order anything to get these classes for free? So of the ones that are offered for free, it's Sweet Bundle, Let's Just Stamp Monthly, Catalog Launch, Order-Based Class, and Technique Club Class. So for those of you who like to order, get your classes for free, please tell me which ones you want to get for free when you place your order, and they'd be free with a $60 order. You could put your order in all at once. So let's say you put in a $120 order, then you can tell me you want those 2 classes for free. Let's say you put in a $180 order and you want those for free, right? It's just for every $60 you can pick a free class, okay? So I'm going to put none because I'm going to pay for them all. Now, the next section is, would you like to add any past classes, paper pumpkins, or any events that I have? So anything from the past. And I'll be going through that stuff with you in a little bit. But like, I have pumpkins here. I got a paper pumpkin pile up, okay? So I've got a June one, a May one. I've got 3 from October. I've got 2 for November. And now I have 2, 4, 6, 8. I got 10 for December. But my plan for December, I was so excited. Kelly got some extra ones for December, and I got some extra ones for December. Kelly and I are planning to do a December paper pumpkin class. And it will include a paper pumpkin, and we're going to make probably one each of what is the specific thing, and then we're going to redesign all the pieces into other projects and other cards. And so one of those is mine, and I think I have 2 accounted for, so I'll have like 7 of them maybe available. And it doesn't, if you buy the pumpkin as is, it doesn't include this class that we're doing. So it's going to be a separate ad hoc class that we put together sometime in January, potentially even in February, whenever we get a chance to sit down and design it. But it'll be a fee-based class for, let's say, $40 or something like that. It'll include the pumpkin, and it'll include extra materials to make extra projects, so that we're gonna like make a class out of it. So that's cool. It'll depend on how many I have left, but just know if you buy the pumpkin as it is for the price that it is, it doesn't include that add-on stuff. So maybe we could, for those people who get pumpkins from me, maybe we could make that as an option. I guess we'll figure that out. I haven't, it's out there. It's in the world. It'll happen. I just don't know what the details are. Okay. And then the other thing is, I'll be going through my past classes over here, and anything from the past, this is the section where you would write it down. Make sure you just jot it in here. It's open text. You can write a book if you want, but I'll just put none for now. So then you hit next, okay? And when you hit next, it'll take you into the next section, right? So there are additional offerings in January. We have a winter creative escape that's coming. And now I know a bunch of you, a lot of you, probably 50 people have already told me that they're doing the winter creative escape. They filled out the registration form. You do not need to do it again. So this is gonna be really confusing because I have here in person, online with the to-go box, online without the box, and no. I don't want you guys to think that if you put no, that you are not doing it. So what I would say, let me know here what you plan to do. If you haven't filled out the registration form, the official one, you need to make sure you do that, but don't fill it out again. So don't fill out the registration form again, but you can definitely note in here what you plan to do. And if you do get the escape and you get other classes and you want everything shipped together, this will help us remember that we should consolidate everything for you. So, but fill this out, but don't necessarily do the registration form again. Because if I see you do that again, I just have to delete it, okay? All right, so I am going to be doing it in person. All right, Nancy, we'll check you out later. You'll miss Aurora, but is it in the Inspiration Hive? Yep, it's already in there. And the project of the month will not be in the Inspiration Hive. It won't. It won't, because the requirement for the requirement for the product of the month is if you buy the product from me or if you're on my team. So having Inspiration Hive is not a qualification for it. So I will be planning to email it out to only those people on my team who have done $75 or more. Or if somebody in my customer base, I can search by the item number and see who got it. And then I will send it to them. So I will be emailing that out to people. I won't be putting that in the Inspiration Hive. So good question. And then Judy Immel, special price on the pumpkin class if we have our own pumpkin. That's what I just like thought in my head, Judy. I'm like, I'll have to talk to Kelly about it to see how we can do that. Okay. So we'll definitely, because our goal is to help find happy homes for the pumpkins that we got extra of, and then to share that creativity. So we'll talk about, Kelly and I will talk about, we'll figure out what we can do. All right, Barbara, Happy New Year to you. Merry Christmas as well. And Deb said, gotta run. Okay, we got you. All right. So back to here, you guys. Let me know what you're planning to do for the escape. Oh man, what did I just do? I might have to, it's all saved. That's good. I'm gonna hit next. All right, so I have in person, yes. All right. The next thing is the spring paper palooza. Oh man, I got the wrong cover photo here. I gotta update that, you guys. That needs to say spring, so just ignore that. It's supposed to say spring. You can give me an early indication of if you think you're gonna do the spring palooza. Now this is just a blind faith thing. I haven't designed any of the cards with Kelly yet. There's nothing out there. It's just to let you guys know that we are planning to do a spring palooza. You can already register for it. For those, there are people that know that they're gonna do it, right? So you could already start registering for it. So you can tell me that you're gonna do it. And if you could also fill out the registration form. So you're wondering, oh, there's a class registration form, but then some of these events have special registration forms. And then would you like any of the Cards by Christine exclusive items like a desk caddy, bow maker, glue holders, anything there? That now's your chance to let me know. Would you like to get a DSP sampler? That is in the works right now. What the DSP sampler is, it's a kit that you put together. And right now I do have 3 available from this past year. I have the spring one, I have the annual catalog one, and I have the fall one. And what happens is, like beautiful bokeh here, you have all the bits and parts right here, and then you glue it together. So I have, for those people who are avid crafters or customers that love to know all the different papers and what goes together, help you with your design process, this is a great little handy reference tool for you. So we've got everything from online exclusives to the annual catalog, everything for the whole year. So for somebody who's just following me or just watching me now for the first time and you didn't know I had these, you're in luck because I still have like less about 10 left for each one that is current for this year. But then what this is asking about also is if you want the spring of 26 one. So if you've already gotten these in the past, please don't click them. It's only if you are a new registration. So if you want to click whichever ones you want, right, now's your opportunity to let me know if you want to get on the DSP sampler. Then I have spring mini catalog and online exclusive product shares. And what does that mean? That means, Honky, that is not good for your health, buddy. You need to not be up on my chairs, okay? You're gonna fall and break a leg. Okay, product shares look like this. And I have just a few left from the past that we've done. Oops, that's not it. So this is what a product share looks like. We've got some ribbons. So I've got 3 left from the holiday mini catalog. And then I've got a DSP sampler left from the holiday mini catalog. And I've got one of the product shares with the embellishments available. So I had sent one out to somebody that wasn't necessary. And so I actually have one left here. And it needs to go to a happy home. So we've got a full shebang one. If you get the full shebang one too, so let's say you get the embellishments, the ribbon, and the DSP all together, you get to pick a free class when you get this. So I have this. I'd like to sell it as a whole shebang if possible. Kitten, Hunky, Body, I told you that would not be good for your health, and you still did it. Oh my goodness, Kitten. Oh my goodness. You are banished, my kitten. Oh my goodness, he knocked. Oh, you're such a bad boy. Mom, I didn't mean to do it. Sorry. I just wanted water. Oh, you knocked a whole box of cards down. Oh, that's my kitten for you. Okay, so I've got 2 ribbons. I've got this one, and I also have from the spring catalog, I believe here. I've got just 2 embellishments from the spring. So those are past ones that I still have available. And just know that you can also register to get a ribbon share, an embellishment share, a DSP sampler share this is actually a designer paper product share for the new catalogs. So I'm taking reservations for them now, which is a great thing to have. It's a sampling. So let's say you don't want to buy everything, but you want a sampling of it. That's what the product shares are. So I don't, at the moment, I mentioned this at the beginning of the live, I don't have the pricing determined yet. It says prices are being determined yet. I'll have it done between now and tomorrow morning. That I have to. So like you can mark that you want the whole shebang. And when you do pick the whole shebang, you get a free class. So like you could pick the monthly class, the Kellogg Launch Party class. You can pick free classes, right? So I've got the holiday share whole shebang, and I've got holiday ribbon. I do need to add, this is from this past year. These are the 26 ones. These are 25. So I got to add, I've got 2 embellishments from the spring of 25. Okay. I also offer suite shares. A suite share is where you have a suite of products and you'll get a half a pack of the paper, 2 yards of the ribbon, a half a pack of the gems. If there's foil or something goes with it too, you get a sampling of that. And so I do this for all of the new suites since November. So these are the new suites listed. If you're interested in a suite share, you can pick which ones you want. And I am putting that pricing together as well by tomorrow morning. Talk about waiting till the last possible minute, right? So that is pricing for product shares, suite shares, and oh, I got it right there, suite and product shares. Okay, that's what I'm working on. All right, so you can pick which suite shares you want. Now, I updated this, you guys. I have confused so many people on this. The V-Keeper's Guide is a document that we put together for my community of customers and team. And I'm not allowed to reproduce this for you, like in a printed form, but I can hook you up with my printer. This costs money to print. So when I put this on here, would you like to pay for a version 5 of the Beekeeper's Guide printed? I will put you in connection with my printer and she can print them for you, right? So what happens is this one is version 2. But what Kelly does is she puts everything that is currently online and in the catalogs, excluding Last Chance, into one book. So it's got everything: ribbon, memory keeping, specialty paper, dies, embossing folders, all in one book. She updates this a few times a year. And so the new version 5 is going to have all the new online exclusives, the new mini catalog. And again, I can help you get access to it via my printer, and it's for my community who's supported me with purchases over the last year. I plan to go through that list in the beginning of January and but like if you haven't supported me in the last year, I'll remove. And then when you do, then we can add you back in. But I need to clean this up and make sure that everybody's got access who's supposed to have access. Now, this is if you want the printed version. If you want the printed version, I'll let my printer know, and then I get the money to them, and then you can get it when I can mail it out to you next month. So I'll help facilitate it. But if you want the access of the digital copy, that doesn't cost anything if you're part of the group. Okay, so just want to put that out there, you guys. This is for printing, not for, so many people put, yes, I want it, but they're like, no, I didn't want the printed copy. And then it's a lot of back and forth and rigmarole. So just know it's for the printing. All right. So I know Deb Norman has left us already, but if anybody is interested in seeing where the information is about the Stampin' on the Seas, it's right here. So Stampin' on the Seas with Cards by Christine. We're cruising to Alaska for some fun times. We depart out of Seattle on July 30th, 2027 and return back on August 6th. This is a 2-part registration with Eva for the cruise part and me with the Stampin' part. Eva is ready to help you reserve your cabin and can be reached at this phone number or that email address. The stamping part will have its own registration process. Once I figure that part out. Spouses and significant others are welcome to join in the cruise part and will not be required to do the stamping part if they don't want to. More details to come. Are you interested in joining me for this fun stamping getaway? You can put yes, maybe, or no, okay? So just, this is where I added the section for the stamping cruise. And if you are a hard no, just put no. If you're a yes, put yes. And if you don't know, just put maybe. It's just for me to gauge to see how many people are interested. Our goal is to have 80 people register for the Stampin' part of it, but that doesn't mean that we couldn't have necessarily 100 people in the group, like if people don't want to do the Stampin' part. But that's where you guys can get Eva's phone number and her email address. Okay, so good. I didn't put anything there, and it'll stop you if you didn't fill out a certain section. Okay, now, please select shipping. If you want to do in-person or porch pickup, shipping classes around 113 and the escape around 120, or shipping everything around 120. I'm just going to do everything around 120. And then how do you want to pay? You can pick any of these 7 options. And just know that if you choose PayPal, friends and family, it's to chrismbertram@msn.com, because I haven't changed that. It's a rigmarole to change anything with PayPal, so I'm leaving that for now. And that is friends and family without a fee, and Venmo without payment protection. If you do choose payment protection or good or service, I'll contact you to collect the fee that it charges me. Zelle is my favorite, you guys. If you want to send Zelle or a check, like I guess checks are my favorite too, but Zelle is awesome. So if you don't currently use Zelle and would like to use Zelle, I can always send you a request to send the money via Zelle. So then hit next, and then where can you find me? You're not done. Some people get here and they think they're done. It's just a little bit information about where to find me. You have to hit next, and please keep going. It's a little bit more information about me to make sure you know who you're buying classes or getting classes from. And then when you hit submit, it's done. Okay, make sure you hit submit, right? When you hit submit, then I can come in on the back end here of the registration process, and I can see that Donna Rose, Sandy Quay Emery, Julie Bontringer, Sherry Martin, and I already did it. So we've got 6 of them. I can delete mine, but this is how I can see. It keeps everything in a one-stop shop for me to know who's getting what, right? And eventually this ends up being, we had 110 people that registered in September and October and November, and I think we had about 90 in December. So it helps me keep all of that organized in one central location, right? So we've pretty much gone through everything that I have that's coming up for January. Connie says, hello, I am so late today. I will watch from the beginning later. That's perfect. Your friend came back from the vet, scheduled to be neutered in January since he is healthy. The vet thinks that he's probably 6 to 7 months old. A stray kitty with your guess. He's your handsome man right now. All right. And Judy says, a great tool to have on hand for designing cards. That is so true. Okay. So I have the escape. Let's just talk about what I have for the escape. All right. I'm going to pull the cards. I have one. I have... where are they all? Okay, here's 2 and 3 is this one. Okay. A 4th card is this one. And let me think about it. I have and this one. Okay. I have, that's what I have. I want to show you what we have ready for the escape. I have Lovely and Beautiful and Made with Love, Nature Sympathy. I think I have 4, so that means I have 6 more to do. I have Easter Joy to do, and I have Beach Boardwalk, Cute as a Bug, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, I have 4 cards to share with you for the escape. So with the escape, what we really do is we double dip. We'll have a card, and it will be for the escape, but it also gets interspersed into other classes throughout the next 4 months. And we usually have one card so we'll have a card from each of the monthlies. So January, February, March, and April. One of those cards will be for the escape. And then we have 3 from Ink, Paper, Scissors that we're pulling. And we're pulling 3 from the monthly class. So one card from like each class kind of get mixed in to make an awesome like 10 card class. Right? We kind of pick our favorites from each class. So I have one of the sweet cards for Nature Symphony done. We have a lovely and beautiful from February Ink, Paper, Scissors. I've got my January monthly class with the calendar, and then we've got the shaker card, right? So I've got 4 ready to show you. And so this is a start of what the escape projects are going to be. So this is Nature's Symphony. And we made that one into a get well soon, so all you'll need is a sentiment. And then this is one from Lovely and Beautiful, which will be an Ink, Paper, Scissors for February. And all you'll need is a sentiment there. And then you guys have seen this one. And so you'll get 2. We talked about it. We're like, do you think anybody's going to care that they get 2 calendar cards? And we didn't think so, because I bet you any money you'd keep one for yourself and then you could gift one to somebody. So we've got this calendar card that you'll do for January monthly and for the escape. And then we picked the shaker card, right? Because we always get a shaker card in the escape. So we've got the shaker card that you'll do for it's the sweet class for January, and then also it's for the escape. So that's a start. So again, there'll be 6 more, and Kelly and I are planning to work on them this afternoon. We're also going to have a cute as a bug beach boardwalk. We've got an Easter card we're going to have in there, and then we're going to pull in the peaceful dock, gears and textures, and gliding garden. So those are the sets that we're going to feature for the escape. Okay, so that's a little bit about it. Now, the escape is an event where you can attend in person, and we have Sunday available yet, or you could attend with an online format. And if we do have 3 days, we're going to have creative presentations each day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then we'll have a pre-recorded one that launches at 10 a.m. And then, yeah, so I'm not promising a tutorial until I get the tutorial from the last one. And Jolene told me last night at 11 o'clock that she'd have it in my inbox. So I know a lot of you are so patiently waiting for the escape tutorial from September. And it's going to be a Christmas miracle that I have it to hopefully email out to you by tomorrow, because if I have it today, then hopefully I'll get to proofread it and then send it to you guys tomorrow. So you'll hopefully have it in time for Christmas. She said it would be a Christmas present for everybody. So so Faye, Gabi, what were you saying? Exciting. Oh, excited to go. I get what you're saying. So I think you said excited to go to something. So I think you typed it bad. I don't know what you were trying to type, but so I have to figure out a different process for the escape tutorials so that we get them to you guys a little bit quicker. So, all right, so that's the escape. So you guys can know that that is coming down the pipeline. Again, I'll do a separate video on all of the cards once they're ready. There's an attendance gift, and there are pillow gifts, and Chris Duderanke's already working on the pillow gifts. There's like a $50 to $60 goodie bag with the embellishments and the ribbons and the paper. So very cool. All right, I do have some other upcoming classes to share with you from Julie Bierschbach. And she worked way ahead. She has her January Be Creative class, and she is going to be doing this in person on January 14th, and she's featuring Light and Wonder, or Lights of Aurora. So these are those. And you can reach out to her directly. Her contact information is here. She teaches them in the Hive, and she's doing a YouTube live. So if you guys are on my YouTube channel, you can see them. She's got her February Be Creative cards. Now she's doing this one as a YouTube live on February 11th, and then she's doing it in person on May 30th. So she goes away. She's a snowbird. She goes down south for a few months, and so she's going to pre-record these so that we can launch them on the certain days that she would normally air them. And then she's going to have a Saturday where you can get together with her and do February, March, and April cards together. And so she's got this May 30th is again the in-person. This is Charming Floral. And then she's doing this one online with you guys on my YouTube channel on March 11th. And then her April one, Complete with a Hair, looks like this. It's so April 8th, and then again on the Saturday she's going to do 3 classes with people that want to do all 3 classes are going to get lunch. She's an amazing cook, you guys. So she's going to make lunch and then have 3 card classes. So you guys can reach out to Julie specifically for those classes. All right. So, and then just a little note, in like an hour or so, I'm going to be live again, and we're going to do the Lights of Aurora class that I have. And I do exiting to go to appointment. Merry Christmas. All right, same to you. Merry Christmas, Faye. So I'm going to be doing this class with you guys in a bit, about an hour or so. I do have a bunch of this class available. It's called Lights of Aurora. So you could do that with me in a little bit. And then the other thing I want to share, let's see here. Oh, one of the past things I also have that is available. This is I believe it's one sheet of every of the or of every color of Stampin' Up! Colors. I have 4 sets of these left. So for those that are newer to Stampin' Up! And you don't have all the colors of the rainbow from Stampin' Up!, this was a paper share that I did back in August to help earn the $1 million a little bit quicker. I ended up with 4 sets of the cardstock available. So reach out to me if you're interested in this as well. And May. Okay, so what Julie said is if you do February, March, April, and May, all 4. I don't know if your May is here though. I didn't see it on the counter, Julie. So, but what Julie's saying, if you do all 4 of those with her, you get lunch, right? So, yeah, I don't know where they are though. I don't know if they're here. So what I have to go over with you guys is we also do a mystery card class once a month. I give you clues, and I believe clue 1 is out there already. We're going to do mystery class at 1 tomorrow, and you guys will have the ability to make a card and share it. There will be a 4 card classes, yes. And so I've got mystery card coming up tomorrow. Kelly's also got paper pumpkin tomorrow at 9 a.m. She's going to be doing the December paper pumpkin. So this guy right here is called Watercolor in Bloom. And so I will set that here for her on the floor so it's ready for her. And then I know that 2 of these are accounted for. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. And so if somebody just wants the pumpkin by itself, just reach out to me. I can get that added to your January shipment, or I could ship it separately. And if you want it to be held to be with the special class that Callie and I do, it'll have a different price, and we can hold it, and then once the class is ready, we would ship it together. So that is not in the registration form anywhere. So that is a separate email to me at the Christine@cardsbycrispy.com and let me know, hey, I want a December pumpkin class from you. I don't care what it is. I want it. Like, okay, I will put your name on a box. I'll hold it. And if you want just the pumpkin without the add-on class, let me know that too. Okay. So then I have 2 of the November pumpkins. I have 3 of October and 1 of June and 1 of May. So that's what I've got for pumpkins. And then the kit classes, I've got them here to show you. These are 2 of the recent kit classes that Kelly, so Kelly does a kit class whenever there's 2 or 3 a month, and she usually does them on Tuesdays. Last week she had to switch it from Tuesday to Thursday, and I didn't catch that in time to update the link. So sorry about that, you guys. We kind of had a malfunction junction on the timing. So this is one of the kits. It was Remembering a Christmas kit, and it has stickers and ways for you to scrapbook a Christmas, right? So that was one. And then she had another kit here where I don't know where that comes from. That was sitting in there, so I don't know if that goes with it, you guys. This one is a kit that she did. So you can check out these classes if you bought the kit and you don't quite know how to put it together. Like Kelly shows you how to put it together. And starting next year, she's going to be doing a special extra add-on for the kits. This one's called Everyday Beauty, and it made these pretty cards. So she's going to be zhuzhing up some of them, or making something special with them, the kits. So those are the kits, you guys. She does those for me. We do those on this YouTube channel. So those are kits that you guys can get. I think for January there's going to be 3 kits available. And then there is some stuff that's left over. So I think we've made it through all of the coming up stuff. And now I'm going to go through and just share with you what's left over from past things. So Jean, if you haven't gotten your December paper pumpkin yet, you should go into your order history and check the tracking. And I wouldn't wait too long to contact Stampin' Up! To see what's about sending you a new one if it's lost in limbo. I've seen some videos of trucks getting wrecked and packages flying out. So not to scare you, but that stuff does happen. And as long as Stampin' Up! Has stuff to replace them, they will. So I would definitely look up your tracking number and see where it says it's at. And then if it's not showing any activity for a little while, definitely reach out to Stampin' Up! To have them send you a new one. And Julie said the May cards are not here yet, so that makes sense. And Julie goes to Florida for the winter. I don't remember what city, Julie. And then I know she's going to be in Tennessee for part of that time, too. And then Connie said the PDF for this afternoon did not come through in your email. So are you certain about that? So I did send out the PDF for ink, paper, scissors like 1 a.m. Stupid early time. Yep, I should have been in bed. I know that. But I'm pretty certain, Connie, if you could just check again, that would be awesome. I know that, you guys, I sent the December Technique Club class email out. I sent the holiday open house, this little ornament. I sent the PDF out for the 40 people that got that. And Connie Moore, you're the second person listed in my email here. And it should be the Seymour1946 at something.com, right? So I don't want to say what your whole email address is, but I think that like you're the second person listed. So if you could double check to make sure it didn't go to your spam folder, that would be amazing. So, and Julie Davison, send me a Zelle to send you money. I screwed up something major on your phone and now your Venmo. Oh no. So it's not there. Okay. So Julie Damaris, I believe that you still owe me for the Wounded Warrior cards, right? So I'm hoping that now that I see that, what I will do is make a note and I'll see if I can. I haven't done it very much. I think I've only done it once where I requested money, but I will request money from you for that because I think you haven't sent me money for that. Okay. For that kit. And oh, Kelly said there wasn't a PDF attached. I agree that Kelly said there wasn't a PDF attached. Oh, is that what you're telling me? Hang on. Let me double check that. Oh, you're right. Okay, what's Connie saying? I think it might be coming today. And Connie said, hang on, you guys. I got to get this closer to my eyes. Connie said, it is not there. So you weren't. I get it. I read your email wrong, Connie. I get it. I just forwarded you the same email. My bad, you guys. I missed attaching it. You're right. You're all right. I looked in here. I'm like, oh, there's no PDF on the bottom. Okay. I apologize. And so nobody got the PDF. I apologize. Okay. When I go into the house to go get a quick bite to eat, I'll pull up my computer and I'll send the PDF out. Just know it is in the Inspiration Hive. So some of you have access to the Inspiration Hive. You can go get it from there. I'm sorry. Oh, man, I definitely did. I definitely did miss sending it. So, all right, I'm going to take a drink of water because I've got like about 15 more minutes and I'm going to show you guys everything from the past. So for those that are good, you don't need anything from the past or want to see it, like that's what I'm going to go through now. And if you want to stick around and see what I've got, maybe you're new and you don't know I have these past classes, you can see what's available. And you can always add them to your registration form before you fill it out, okay? Oh my gosh, water tastes so good. So, all right. I'm glad that it took 2 of you guys telling me that there was no PDF for me to get that. So, all right. Sometimes I'm a little slow to the roll, you guys. All right. Let's start with a Wounded Warrior. I have one. Hang on, you guys. I gotta blow my nose again. Okay, that felt better. Thank you. The Wounded Warrior. I could have sworn that Mary Fielder wanted one, and I don't think she did. So I've been holding on to this on the back counter since October. And I am pretty certain that this is a set of made cards that she wanted. Yep, they're made. So here's Sue Deppis. I thought I was all done, and I didn't have any left. And then I thought, you got the last one. And I tried one more time to reach out to Mary, and I'm not getting a response. I think I signed her up accidentally because I, for some reason, saw her registration from last year in 24, and I put it on for this year. So I do have one lonely little guy left, and then I can say it's officially done. They're already made for you. It was a $40 donation plus shipping. And it was a wintry card, a Christmas card, another Christmas card. It was the America with the tractor card, a winter card, and a fall card. And I promise that after this one, they're done. And they're all accounted for. And check going off to the Wounded Warrior Project for the donation. It went over just this last week. I had like a few people and I just spotted them. I'm like, I know I'm waiting for money from some people, and I'm like, I'm just going to take care of it and be done with it, and then I'll just worry about collecting money later. So again, I have one left. So if anybody who do you, Maryland Davis, the set is awesome. Yes, they are. So hopefully somebody would like to buy the set for a donation. And so just know I can erase the Mary's name off of here. And maybe she might reach out to me yet, but I've contacted her 3 times and I haven't heard anything. So I keep trying and trying and trying. But if somebody does want that, just fill it out in the past class section of the past area. And whoever signs up for it first, I'll make sure they get it. Okay. Then I have the same thing happened with the Paper Palooza for the annual catalog, you guys. I have been holding out for Pat since so she signed up to get it in September, and she doesn't return my phone calls. I've called her 3 times and I didn't ship it. I've gotten to that point where I don't ship sometimes I ship things without payment and sometimes I do. It just depends on the person. And I held off because I hadn't really worked with Pat much in the past. So I held on to it, but I have here one annual catalog Paper Palooza that is still available. They sold like hotcakes, and I know that Amanda, I had sent like 10 of them, 10 people who wanted it through me. I had them register through Amanda to help her with hers. But this is the one that you could get it in June, July, or August, or September. And it was the one with 21 card kits. And I'll show you the camera, there's 21 cards that this one, I got lots of shadows going on here. But it came with the 2 packs here with each card and all the designer paper. Right, and then it has the little pillow gift, a thank you card, the embellishment, another little pillow gift, and then I have our first annual commemorative pin for the Paper Palooza. I don't know if that was in the camera or not. Yep, there. And then the 21 card kits. The cards look like this that you're gonna make. So again, there's only one left, and it was 21 cards. You got all the paper to have lots of projects left to work with it. So it featured each one of the designer series papers that launched in January online exclusives, March online exclusives. Hang on. Okay, got it. So it was March online exclusives also, and then the May online exclusives and the May annual catalog. So there were 21 cards. And it came with a PDF tutorial with all the cards. And so I've been holding on to this one since September for this person, and I'm at the point where I think it needs to find a different happy home because this home isn't wanting it anymore. So I kept trying, you guys. I will keep trying and I will keep trying. And then here's this last one. So I just thought I'd share this time and see if somebody's interested in getting this. I would move it on out as soon as you want it. If you want to consolidate it with your January shipment, we can definitely do that. So this was the Paper Palooza for the annual catalog. I have one left. The card kits for the Paper Palooza for the fall. Oh, this one's my favorite one here. This guy was awesome. I love that one. So the fall Paper Palooza also had an attendance gift. It had pillow gifts. It had the pack of designer series paper. And then it was enough to make these 14 cards. And there's the Charming Day. We had Modern Christmas. We had the Spooky Halloween. These are the cards where Kathy had said they were much prettier. It's just the cameras never do them justice. So they were much prettier in person. So we used all the different, one or two sheets from each designer series paper. And this was a great mixture of holiday and birthday, and we had there's a Halloween, there was a winter one, there's a birthday card here that would be perfect for a little girl. And then there's fall cards even here. And then a Christmas card at the end here. So the Fall Palooza, I think I have about 20 left at the moment of this guy. So, and then we're going to start working on the Spring Palooza. So that was that. And then I've got to make some room. I'm gonna start bringing in past classes to share with you guys. And let's see here. I already had a kitten knock over stuff. I don't want to knock over more stuff. All right, so we had leftovers of ink, paper, scissors for November. And November was featuring, I think this was Delicate Pine Snowflakes. And this one had 5 cards. So we had the greeny one, the darker holiday one here, that guy, this one, and then that one. So lots of snowflake action. And this is an ink, paper, scissors where you get the designer series paper, the embellishments, and the ribbon. Okay, so that was November's. We also had a few left from September, which was the autumn tall one. So I think I have 4 left of this one. So you could get a jump start on your fall cards for next year. So I've got the autumn wishes. You just need sentiments and then focal images on those 3. Okay, so there were about 4 left of this one, and that was September's. And then the monthly class for November, these 3 cards. I have 2 sets of this class left. This one, by all means, is like 100 times prettier in person. This video and the camera never do this card justice. It is a really rich looking card. It's amazing. And then this one with the tags, and then we've got a shaker card for you. So I've got 2 left of that one. And then for the pine tree trimmings, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that one was the November Let's Just Stamp, and it featured pine tree trimmings. So you use the tree on all the cards, and then we had, oh, Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree. Na, 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 na. Okay, so those were November Let's Just Stamp and monthly and IPS. I also have the November Sweet Bundle is still available. And the November Sweet Bundle, I don't know if I have it. All right, right here. So I've got quite a few of the November Sweet Bundle. This one featured Peaceful Garden. And that was that guy, that type of a card. And then we had Warmest Winter Wishes, Peace on Earth, and A Little Kindness Makes a Big Difference. And so all these are that sweet class for November. So quite a few of those. And then I've got this Let's Just Stamp for October featured sign design. And I've got quite a few of that one where there was a Christmas card, the New Year's card, and the Halloween card. Like that. And then back here I've got the April monthly class of 2025. I've got 1, 2, like 4 left of this one. And it featured the lobster, Dino, and the flowers. Okay, so those are, there's 4. And all of these where you're seeing envelopes like this, these are all classes that you could pay for or you could get free with an order. There's that. And then this box is more recent. I've got, this was the December monthly class. So there were quite a few left. So December slowed down and I didn't like make less, or I should say we didn't make less. So we've got quite a few here of the monthly class for December where it was the snowflake cards and then the pop-up petals with the vase here. So I'd say there's like 20 in here, would be my guess. So I've got plenty of that one available. And then there was a sweet class in, I think this one was April, that featured storybook moments. There's like maybe 5 or so left of that one, where it had the critters on here. And then we had a sympathy one, sending a little bit of love your way. It was a birthday card, actually. You could have made it into a sympathy, but lots of critters. You really only needed sentiments for this one. And then I've got 1 left of With You in Mind. That was our purples and our pinks using that bee paper. So very purplelicious. Just needed some sentiments. And I believe we're down to just 1 lonely little soldier there. cards right there. And then in July of 24, we had a monthly class that featured these 3 cards: Inspiring Snapdragons, Translucent Florals, and Loveliest Trees, I think. So there's maybe 10 left of that one. Okay, and that's that bucket. Then, all right, this guy and this guy here. So this one is August monthly of 24. So there's 2 left of this one. His Seashells by the Seashore, Yellow Submarine, and the fishing cards. There's 2 left of that one. Got quite a few left of January. So a year ago, January monthly class of 25. And it featured the Grow with Love, Hugs and Kisses, and then the heart-shaped. So there were some Valentine's Day-ish cards. So I've got quite a few of that one. And then this box has, the Regal Flora, Regal Winter. It was December of last year. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 left of this one. And you did need flower stamps for this one. And there was all the different Regal colors. We have like the Wild Wheat, the Blackberry Beauty, Crumb Cake, and then the blues with navy and boho blue. And that one I've got a few left. Kelly said, can you purchase the original paper Palooza? I don't see why not, Kelly. And just so I'm certain, Kelly, you're Gibson, right? Because it just says PZ2FB. I think that you're Kelly Gibson, but you could tell me yes or no, and I'll know that'll answer my question, right? Okay. I also have here a sweet bundle class from March that's called Wildflower Birthday, and I've got some pretty birthday cards here with lots of peach action and pink, very bright, cheerful. I think there's like 6 or 5 left of those. I have 1 left of the Floral Delight class that was from February. This was February. And this one, I love this card so much. And then there. And then we've got these. You just really needed sentiments for this one. Down to 1. These are really bright and cheerful. So that was the Floral Delight Sweet class. And that's that box. Okay, I've got just a few more boxes. We had tons left over from Let's Just Stamp for December. We thought that you guys would like it just as much as the November one. The November one, we made like 70 or 80 of them. So we only made 68 of December, and we still have all these left. They're so pretty. They're snowflakes with the blues and the whites. So that's Let's Just Stamp for December. Perfect. Thanks for confirming that, Kelly. Yes, I will, if anybody else asks for it on the registration form, just know that it's not available now. It's going to be Kelly Gibson's. Kelly, you can reference it in your registration form when you do it. You can put AC Palooza or like annual Palooza in the registration form, and I'll know what that's all about. So these were the Let's Just Stamp for December. Then I've got this tub right here. And this was September's sweet class. It was the Gathering Together. So you needed sentiments here and there, right? So very fall-ish. And then this guy is the Artful Amaryllis from November of 24. So just over a year ago, we had the Amaryllis class. It's fun. I love seeing these, you guys. It's like blasts from the past looking at these classes. They just make me happy. I mean, it doesn't make me happy to have all these left over, but they're available for anybody who's looking for some easy creativity here. I've got a few more boxes here yet, and I think maybe 4. So this This one has, I've got 1, 2, 3 of the Traditions of Christmas class. Oh, my little bow took a digger. Oh no, hang on. It's okay, I know how to do card surgery. You can put some extra support underneath this bow right like that. There. Well, the glue dot stuck to my finger, but somehow it's still stuck. There it is. Okay, so this was Traditions. Oh, Catherine, no problem on catching the replay. This was Traditions of Christmas. Really pretty. Oh, man. This paper came back in stock, you guys. I don't know if you caught that, but it did come back in stock, so that's cool. All right, so we've got that for Traditions. Only 3 left of that one. I have from March of last year is the monthly class. We have this one where it's Let Faith Be Bigger Than Your Fears, the umbrella weather, and then Love and Thanks. So I've got, let's see here, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of that. And then the sweet class from August is called Floral Blooms. We're getting down there on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4 of this one. Very bright and cheerful, pretty flowers. If you guys are into the flowers, you only needed sentiments and something to stamp on there, I think. Oh, that one is one of my top favorites and my top 10 of all cards. I absolutely love this one. So what we got was the August sweet class. About 4 left of that one. And then I've got, oh, before I forget, this is what Hunky knocked this one down on me. The Modern Christmas from December. I think I have about 20 left of this one. We just did this class last week. So it's got the hoopla with joy, wishing you peace and joy, Noel, and Oh Christmas Tree. So I do have a bunch of this one available yet, and I have to reorganize it. And then on this box, I've got the 2024 February. This is the monthly class. You guys, I finally found, you remember past ones I never had this one with it. I found it. I was so excited I found it. And so it's that card with the sunset, sunrise, sunset, this guy, and then you'll get either the coral or the blue, one of the two. We did a card with 2 different variations of it. So that was the monthly from February 24. And then I've got here, this is Poised Peony, December of 24. Let's just stamp. And you need some sort of focal images to stamp with your flowers. And so that was that one. That one, I'm going to be starting to use this one as a door prize, I think. Next round of door prizes. This guy's going to start to go. I have here 1 left of the Zinnia class from Let's Just Stamp from January. So that's this guy. 1 left. And then I've got 1 left of the Memorable Blooms. And that was Let's Just Stamp from February. That was this guy. So you need some stamps on that one. Okay, so that completes this tote. I believe I have 1 tote left to go through. And that is, 2. This guy, which was the In Color Retirement class from last year in April. It featured the Moody Mauve, Copper Clay, Pebbled Path, and Boho Blue and Wild Wheat. I have a few of those left in here. I was going to go that way so that I don't get caught on the gems going in here. And actually, let's go like that. So, got maybe, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 left of that one. Okay, and then this last tub is like my ink, paper, scissors tub. I have beautiful bokeh. So all of these other classes that I just showed you were either free with an order or you could pay for them. This box right here, and then there were a few ink, paper, scissors. The ink, paper, scissors is one that it's always a fee-based class. But I have, these are ink, paper, scissors. I have beautiful bokeh. I've got, I don't know, they're sitting in a box over there. There's probably like 10 of this one left. And then I have To Market, a bunch of this one left. Jean just checked, and is out for delivery. Isn't that funny? It's going to hopefully be delivered today. So To Market is here. So this one you just needed sentiments, and it was a lot of the designer papers, all the fruits and the vegetables. I've got this With You in Mind. I believe that's what this one was. It was a game night, and then it now turns into like an ink, paper, scissors price. And these ones where I have quite a few left of, I've been reducing the pricing. I didn't really put it out there like, oh, it's like $5 off or $10 off. It's just like, as you register for past classes, I've been knocking the prices lower. I think I have 2 left of the Season of Chic, this ink, paper, scissors. And then I've got maybe 7 or 3 left. I can't remember. Maybe 7 left of this Forever Love ink, paper, scissors. So with these ink, paper, scissors, you get the gem, the ribbon, and then a 1/4 pack of designer paper. I have 1 left, you guys. After I did the Jar of Joy class, I sold a few more of this sweet jar, and now I'm down to 1 of this one. So this is the Jar Punch with the sweet jar that came out in the annual catalog. So I have 1 left of this one. Super exciting. And then I have, oh, look at that. There's some florals and bloom hiding out back here. There's 2 of those. Okay, so they go with the other one. So this was the online, or the ink, paper, scissors for last September. It was, I don't remember, Autumn Splendor maybe. And then these 2 were a pair. And then these 2 are a pair, and then I have these 2. And so I've got a bunch of that one left. And then that's it for this. And I have 1 more box. I just looked down. I have 1 more box. Oh, come on. You go like that. So that was ink, paper, scissors for last year's September. Okay, so there's that. And then I just remembered there's 1 more box on the floor here. And this has some stuff in it. This was I have some more of the Wildflower Celebration. It was a stamp stack where you made 5 bags. You made 5 tags. And then it was 5 3x3 cards. And then you made 15 of these cards. And so this was the Wildflower Stamp-a-Stack. I have, I don't know, like 8 left of this Stamp-a-Stack. And they were pretty much, some of them were paired up with a partner, and some of them were they were the only style like that. And so that was a really massive stamp stack. And I reduced the price on that one to 50. It was 55 and I went down to 50. So there's that one. And then I've got that guy. I'm not sure if I have that or not, but I have a Stamp-a-Stack here. Not a Stamp-a-Stack, a Funfolds. I have 1, 2, 3, like 5 left of this Funfolds here. It was the sale-a-bration catalog launch party last year. So it was a Funfolds. And then, right, so there was 5 of those left. So we're getting down. And then I just realized I've got little ribbon shares too that were from spring. So those available. And then I've got some paper shares. One was from the spring product shares of last year, 2025. And I've got the holiday. Got a holiday product share from 24 December. And there's also the embellishment. So I've got some of these guys available yet. I showed them off a little bit. So Rose's Technique class. I've got a couple of hers left too. If you just started watching Rose, I have her celebratory sips from August available. I've got a Gathering Moments from September. This was the Memorable Blooms from March, I believe. And then I've got Friends for Life was August of 24. I've got 5 of that one available. And let's see here. The quarterly order-based class That was from Beautiful Gallery in July. That one, I have about 8 available of that. And those cards look like this. So that one, that. And this is one of those cards where these little guys flap up and they go that way. So it was a fun fold. So we've got about 8 of that one left. So that was, and then at this point, even though this is the quarterly order-based class, since it's from July, it is also, you can pay for it. So if somebody doesn't want to place an order, after 3 months, if we've got any of our quarterly order-based classes left, we put them for sale, that they're up for grabs, that anybody can buy them. Not just, even if you're on the team or not on the team, it doesn't matter. And then I have one more that was from the April quarterly order-based class. We've got maybe 8 of these left, and this one featured Twisted in Time. So it had the tree, another twee, a twee. That one you have to stamp though. And then the last one was, we just put a sentiment on there to keep it simple. Hi, Sue. All right, so then that was the Twisted in Time order-based class. All right, so there's that and that. We put roses back in here. And I got to print off the card for this one, but that was the Memorable Blooms one. Okay, we got, I had a sale-a-bration hoorah rah here, and I don't know if I do or I don't. So, okay. Woo. All right, so that's that box. And, I don't know. I think that might be everything. So, definitely a lot. Okay, so that was a lot of past ones, but it really wasn't. I feel like we made a big dent last month. I know a few gals took a bunch of the past classes, which was awesome. I know we ran out of Sentimental Christmas, which was really cool. And I think there was one other, there was an August of 2023 monthly class. I think Margine took the last 2 I had of that one, which was super cool. So yeah, so some of those older classes that are normally like 19 now, I had them down to 15. And for the $22 card classes, I was putting them down to 18. So I do, like, if you do order past classes, and sometimes I wasn't even putting shipping on those classes, so it's good to move out some of the past ones. So I don't, like, they all fit in the same container. Like, I have a storage area over there. They all fit in that same area. So I'm not like excessive on card classes, but now I've got a bunch from December that I have extra. So, but that's okay. Eventually they go. I get a lot of people that are watching me new that they don't realize, oh, you did a class featuring that stamp set. I have that stamp set. I could get that class. And then all of a sudden it's nice to have it. So it helps others get classes, even though they're extra. So, okay. So I'm trying to regroup here and figure out, did I forget it? Oh, I did forget. I have also, I have them sitting over here. Let me drop down. I have 2 things to show you. 2 more things and then I'll be good. Let me just show you what I got left here. Almost forgot these. I have from my escapes. I don't generally have, like, there's no Stampin' Fun the Suns left, but I have 2 escapes. I have escapes left from the winter escape from last year, and I have the September one. So the escape, we always have pillow gifts, card kits, prize patrol, the product shares, goodie bags, like the goodie bag, and like in this case there was 9 cards that you could make for this escape. So, and they were these 9, right? So some of them you might recognize. And then the pillow gift, or the attendance gift on this one, though, was really cool. It's your own personal, we had a little speaker made up for Be Happy, and then that plays your videos, like the music, it plays like sound, right? And so, and on this one, even if anybody wants to get it, I'd switch out the calendar so that you have a current calendar, right? So that was the Winter Creative Escape for last year. And then for the the Autumn Creative Escape, I don't have I don't know what I did with all the cards that go with this guy. I wonder if I have them right here. Nope. I have a set of the cards somewhere, but it had 9 cards, you got the goodie bag. This one is where we had a cute little phone stand where it has on it, Be Happy. It came in a little pouch and everything. And so there was a phone stand and ouch. I got my finger caught in there. And it's got Be Happy on there. So that was the attendance gift. And we have little pillow gifts in here and a commemorative button. So I do have some of the both Winter Creative Escape of 25 and the Autumn Creative Escape of 25. And so you had like the different ribbon shares and the pillow gifts and the button. So if anybody's interested in this stuff too, like the price, I've reduced it on these last ones that I have too. So if anybody's interested in knowing what that is, just reach out to me and I can let you know what it all is. And especially if you're getting multiple classes and consolidating stuff, the shipping would definitely be reduced on it as well. So, yeah, there, I just remembered. I had left them sitting over on the side of the counter over there. Okay, good stuff. So, but oh, it's a 2.5. Okay, so you guys, it's 12:30. I need to like kind of get stuff switched out of here, and I gotta go get some stuff to get for class. If anybody's watching me for class at 1, I will probably be live. My guess would be like closer to 1:10. The 10 minutes that I was late for this live is probably what I'll carry through to the next live. So I'll have it all staged and ready, and I'm just gonna go get something to eat, kind of get stuff cleared out of here. Tigger is happily sitting down here, you guys. Oh my gosh. Oh, I wonder if I can show you. So let me show, let's do this. Look at this kitten. Hang on. Look at this kitten. Look at him. Tigger. Snoozer. Twitchy tail. Oh, hi. Mom, let me sleep. I'm so tired. Oh, so tired. Oh, that kitten though, you guys. So there you go. That's for Tigger. That's his, he thinks it's his blankie. It's my Stampin' Up blanket that I got for something that along the way. But he is taking that blankie and he loves, he's like, nobody puts baby in the corner, but Tigger doesn't mind being put in the corner. He's my little baby. But so there you got a bigger Tigger sighting. Oh, he's so adorable. Aw. It's like, Mom, just let me sleep. I'm so tired. Yeah, because he probably slept all night, too. All right, you guys. Well, I could chat and chat and chat, but then I'll be later. So now's the time to go and fill out the registration form. If anybody has any questions about anything that I just went over, just call me, right? It's easier. If you want to email me, that's fine, too. Just know I'm not going to be living in my emails much over the next probably 5 days, right? I'll see things, but I'm not going to be necessarily replying. I like to properly reply to stuff when I'm in my computer versus on my phone. If it's a quick hit that I can respond to somebody really quick, I will from my phone, but otherwise I like to really do it from my computer when I'm actually in it. So, yeah. So good stuff. Lots of stuff still coming your way. We got a great lineup for you for January, and we're going to rock and roll all the way through 2026, you guys. It's going to be good. All right. We'll see you in about 20 to 30 minutes. That will be my guess. All right. So lots of sunshine, love, and big hugs. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye.